Swear this world is getting real crazy. Man, they killing my folks. Man, they hurting my people on the daily. Bringing back Jim Crow, man, out in the world. Am I a citizen? Man, out in the world. Am I a citizen? You, what's good? Welcome to another episode of King's Table. As always, your man, King City.
King Smoke.
Bang, doing the building, man. What's good, man? As always, how was your motherfucking week, man?
Shitty than a motherfucker. I ain't even gonna host. Motherfucking dumb shit ass happen. Bitch ass landlord. Dumb shit.
Right off the break came at his landlord.
Straight like that.
Damn. Somebody cooking fish right now. Yeah, am I tripping or what?
Let me get some, couple of pieces of.
So what your landlord did to you, man? That you messed up, man.
This nigga think he could just walk in, straight in. Like he don't give a fuck.
What, in your room?
In the room, the house, he got
God
that thing.
damn, he
didn't walk in on my man's old lady.
Oh yeah.
In the drawers.
He don't even knock.
No.
In their drawers? They got a lawsuit on their hands.
Most
right.
definitely.
Oh Lord. See, I've been my pocket's been thin, and
Hey,
the Lord just blessed me.
A little bit more calm than me because I think in the moment I probably knocked the old man out.
You better think
In
about
the
it like
moment.
this.
In the
You
moment.
better hope you ain't got them Bluetooth light bulbs screwed in that motherfucker. I'm for real though.
Yeah.
If he doing shit like that and not knocking to even respect y'all privacy, who knows what he got in there?
I think he on that shit.
He probably sitting in the room, got monitors hooked up like, ooh, watching you the whole time.
On that team.
I don't trust shit like that, bro.
Damn. How was your week, man?
Shit, the week I go there. Shit, I had a hectic week. I mean, it's all right. Crashed my bike Friday. I ain't totaled it or nothing. It's all right. But scratched myself up a little bit. By the grace of God, I'm here. Other than that,
high, right?
flying high. Nah, if speed was a factor, I would not be sitting at this table. For real. So I wasn't speeding or nothing like that. It wasn't even my fault. Dude cut me off, and I tried to avoid from running the back of him, and I clipped the back of his car, which threw me off the bike. But I'm all right. I'm still here. Is it going to stop me from riding? Fuck no.
It was weird, though, because like a week before that, my old lady sent me a clip and was like, call your friend because somebody just got threw off of the bike. Know what I mean? But then I hit you up. You was good. The same thing happened that same morning. She seen it, but she was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna call."
You talking about homeboy that the accident that happened a while back? Before, the dude that got I knew him.
And then she was gonna send me this article that day, but she was like, "No." Right after that, your brother called me and was like, "Hey man, you know they got had to fly Mussy out." I'm like, "Damn, this nigga in that goddamn bike."
Man, yeah, man. Like I tell people every time when I be on my Facebook and I be going live and shit, like people need to start respecting truckers because they can't stop on the drop of a dime, and you need to start respecting these bikers out here because you got people out here speeding, cutting people off, cutting bikers off, cutting fucking 18-wheelers off and all that crazy ass shit, and you taking lives. Just like I just lost a friend on a motorcycle a couple weeks ago because somebody did a legal turn in the middle of the fucking road and he couldn't stop in time.
Right.
So it's just dumb shit. People pulling out in front of you, people slamming on brakes, people cutting you off and shit. But just for those people that do type of shit like that, just to let you know them 18-wheelers don't stop on the drop of a dime and they will mash your ass up. So that go for the people that like to drive and cut people off and don't respect fucking truckers and bikers out here.
We definitely do that.
Keep y'all old ass peoples
shit.
off the
And
goddamn
yeah,
road.
and them old ass motherfuckers, y'all need to go back and get your eyes checked again and redo your license again. Because some of you old motherfuckers don't need to be on the road. And I'm
Once
getting
your
tired.
reaction time
Seriously,
is gone,
I'm getting tired of y'all.
Once your reaction time is gone, your ass need to be off that road.
Right.
Like, that shit, that's for me.
Cutting people off, right?
But that's only because we want to go. We're so used to going at a certain speed that we don't realize, that is the speed limit. There is a minimum. They're still doing the right thing.
I'm not talking about
You know
that.
what I'm saying? It's
Just
just
because
that
the sign say 50 don't mean you go 45 or you go 49.
No, that's
Just
the
'cause the
limit.
speed limit say
No, that's
50,
the
you
limit.
know what I mean? Nigga, go.
At a 50, I believe you can go like 35. You get what I'm saying? That they're in their right. We just so used to wanting to be there in a
Fuck
fucking
that, they don't
rush.
use
Well,
they-
let me
they
just
don't
say,
use
let
they
me
signals, they don't use
none of that
They
shit.
old in the
Don't
month.
use none of
They
that shit.
saying,
Will
"Fuck
cut you off quick and you get up beside them, they driving like this.
They'll drive right into
Like
your
ain't nobody
shit.
got time for that shit. Either they need to.
They do need to go
the
back
DMV
and check,
need
though.
to do something where if you get a certain age that you got to come back in and get your eyes checked. You got to redo your license and all that shit again.
To check your reaction
To check
time,
your
like
reaction
you were
time
saying,
and
yeah.
all that. And if your shit off, you need to get the fuck off the road.
Hell yeah.
If you take medicine, and I mean medication like a motherfucker, and you of age, you shouldn't be on the fucking road. Period. That's just how I see it.
Because you're going to cause shit. You're endangering yourself and other people at that point.
Right.
It's one of them things that, it's...
Because you got some of them older folks that be like, well, I've been driving, feel like they got a privilege, like they have to drive because of their age or something. And
But they do.
But at the end of the day, if they feel like that, then the DMV need to make some rules and change some rules. Then you need to start redoing.
no.
You need to start once you get a certain age. You need to bring these people back in there and start doing the eye checks and start doing just like you said, the reaction time and all that shit.
No, I
to see if
do
you qualify to be
100%
still out on the road.
see what y'all saying because they be out on the road and they're causing, different accidents and stuff because they can't really. But at the end of the day, if you're continuing to say that someone should make rules to stop someone else to do something, that's taking away your freedom. Because at the end of the day, you can get their ass up, get in their car, drive as slow as they want to the store because they want their fucking groceries. But because it inconveniences you want them to be a law to take away your freedom.
But let me
that
say
they
this to
have.
all the 18
That's their
women.
freedom.
Let me-
Just like
well,
it's
hold
yours.
on.
I ain't even worried about it. I ain't even worried about it. The speed ain't the problem. It's the fact that they're getting too old to do other things that's causing problems.
No. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if they want to, they can. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, shit.
That may be the case that they are doing that. The same way as a person that got in the car drunk. I mean, they shouldn't do that, but they can if they fucking want to.
Yeah, they can if
You
they
get what
want
I'm
to.
saying? But
Hey, you could do
to
a lot
say
of
that
shit.
you're gonna take away someone's freedom because it inconvenience you.
I mean,
wouldn't
shit,
say
it's the same
but-
with drinking
but-
and driving.
Right, I'm
It's
not
a
saying
law
take it
because of
away,
that.
but I feel like the DMV should have changed some laws.
No, I get it.
Where if you get a certain age, your ass need to be called back in there to check to see if you can continue to drive on the road. Because you got these old motherfuckers out there cutting people off, not using signals, pulling out in front motherfuckers last minute, and all that crazy shit.
You look
Well, I'm
close-
gonna say this for the
you look
truck.
close as a bitch in
I'm-
these guys. Like, oh,
But see, I'm gonna say this to the
Lord,
truckers
baby,
and
yeah.
18-wheeler drivers, and this go for the truckers. Now, for those people that like doing that and don't nobody want to change laws and make rules, instead of you killing a whole bunch of people, mash their ass up. Because there ain't no use
No,
you.
no,
I'm gonna say this.
no,
I'm gonna
no,
say this. There ain't no
no.
use you swerving, killing a
No,
whole bunch of people
no,
because of somebody else's mistake.
You talk about a nigga that
And you know what
drove-
Swift told us.
No, no,
You know
no,
what Swift told
you
us,
didn't-
cuz.
No, I didn't.
Come on,
I done
cuz.
been with so many different companies.
You know what Swift
and I done been around this entire country
I ain't the only one feel like this.
multiple times in a truck. You don't hit nobody with no motherfucking truck because you want
So
them
if somebody,
to go fast.
so if somebody cuts
you,
So if somebody cuts you off because you know I worked in
if
the truck
someone
with
cut you off, they just
Are
cut
you gonna
off.
swerve and kill a whole bunch of people, or are you gonna hit them?
Listen, okay, yeah, you don't swerve to hit no one. Anyways, that's beside the point.
That's the question,
That's
man.
beside the point. What I'm saying is,
Last minute
it
shit
makes
you gotta
sense,
think about.
It makes sense that once a person gets to a certain age, you go get them checked out and make sure they can ride on the road safely for other people to still be safe because there's kids in the car, and I get all of that. But what I'm saying is, and I agree with that 100%, but what I'm saying is a slippery slope because at the end of the day, that's still a freedom that they have. At the end of the day, no matter how I feel about it, no matter how it may be causing someone else's whatever, but they have the right to do what the fuck they want to do. At the end of the day, who am I to say that they can't? Matter of
See, I
fact,
ain't
they've
saying
been
they
here.
can't. That's not what I'm
But no,
saying.
but you
That's
wanted
not
to
what
law
I'm
for them
saying.
to not be.
Yeah, no, I want a law.
Hey, look.
I think they should have a law to
Let-
test them,
look.
retest them again to make sure that
Let's
they
not
are
act
right to
like we don't
continue
got a
driving
whole
on the
bunch of
road.
laws to
Because they don't
demographic
have that.
shit
You
like
could
that
drive
anyway.
until you fucking 90 years old if you could still get behind the wheel, but I don't think that's okay.
Okay,
That's
good
what I'm
question.
saying.
Good question.
That's
So
what I'm
Sabrina
saying.
in the comments said, shout out to Sabrina for pulling up. She said, so what age should they go back to the DMV? Because that's a good question. Because it's like
I say retiring age.
retiring age.
It
They
gotta
keep
be
moving the
something.
goodpoes on that one too. So was it? Is it now like 65?
That's what I say,
Something
like
that?
65 or something like that.
And I said, like I said, it's just like a reevaluation, make sure everything's still good. Once they're, like I said, I don't think
That's what
they
I'm
should
saying.
be
I ain't saying
limited.
take your license away from you, but go get
But I
tested
think
again
like,
and make sure
but shit,
you.
it's like shit. Even if you go somewhere and your motherfucking eyes start until you get the motherfucking glasses, your ass ain't driving.
I get what you're saying. I'm not disputing the fact that I don't think it would be safer for everyone, for them and for people on the road. I do think that would be safer to do that. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, just because we see that this is a thing, I can see that. This is not a good comparison, but I'm going to use it. I can see that people being homosexual and all this other stuff, they can do what the fuck they want to do. Do I feel that it's going to shrink the population over time because males are fucking with men and women are fucking with women? Yes, I can see that being a downfall down the line. But I can't tell them that they cannot do it just because.
No.
Because I can't do that.
I'm talking about safety.
Yeah, we talking about
that's
safety.
Still safe. That's human safety. But that human safety, I can see that there's a way to make things safe, but I cannot tell a person that, yo, you have your car, you have your keys, you have a license, then go.
But the DMV should be like, when you get a certain age, you should come in here because we want to retest you to see if you up age now.
Because that's just with
miles per hour is going.
Like
the roads is changing,
this
man.
Old
Shit
woman
is changing,
that
man.
didn't live my lifetime 3 times.
The roads ain't like it was in 95, man.
3 damn times, and I'm gonna tell them
that's a big
that
difference.
They can't. How the fuck? Who am I?
But see, I see what you're saying. We're not saying that. We basically saying that.
Said 90 is the age.
We feel like you should go back in there. They should have a law where if you get a certain age that you should go back in there and get retested to get checked on your eyes and your health and all that shit.
So she said you got young folks that can't drive. All I'm saying is this. That's basically what I'm trying to say is, even though that they're old and those things do cause accidents, that's just a cause. There's a teen that was texting that caused it. There was a guy that was drinking that caused it.
And they made laws,
but they still
but
they still can do it. Who the fuck can tell them that they can't?
But if they get caught doing it, what happens?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the whole thing. It's not about not about somebody maintaining you.
You're right.
What happens if they get caught?
It's just like I can go home and drink right now and decide to get in the car and drive. But if I get caught drinking and driving, I'm gonna be fucked. That's my right. Mm-hmm. If I decide to go out there and kill my goddamn self because I want to drive, I have the right to do that.
65 to 70.
But at the end of the day,
I'm feeling what y'all saying.
Because it's like I said, laws are preventative
I don't like the
measures.
slippery slope of because there's an inconvenience or something, let's take away something. Because if you start to apply that in life, that's ugly.
That's literally all laws.
Yes, and what are we complaining about now? The laws that they're creating to help them see it the way they want to, but it inconvenience the fuck out of us. Like, it is what it is.
But you know what? If they pass that law, because I know a guy right now, I'm not going to say his name, but if they had that law, if the DMV had switched around some rules, he'd have never died on his motorcycle because they would have never told he wouldn't be able to ride it. But he had health problems. You feel what I'm saying? And he crashed his bike doing one of them health problems and killed himself. He could have killed somebody else too on the road.
We was talking about truck driver. I'm a truck driver. They got
but
trucks
I'm just saying,
for
like,
deaf people.
As far as health or anything, he wouldn't have been on the road.
Me, when I first heard it, they were like, because I was a mentor, so I teach people how to drive trucks over the road. And they were like, did you want a deaf student? I'm like, just how you explain to me how is this going to work? But they got a little whole tablet and all of that. But I'm like, they can't hear shit.
That's the scary part
this
right
shit.
there.
They can't. But who the fuck am I to say I know that it's dangerous as fuck? Because this ain't a job for a person that can't fucking hear. But if they can do it, who the fuck am I to say they can't? Just because I feel that they shouldn't.
That's the thing. It's not a point of view. If they, that's the key word. If they can do it, we saying once they can't motherfucking do it.
That's the point we're trying to make here.
Because at the end of the day,
it can take one time him not hearing that horn blow and cut somebody off and fuck them the fuck up.
Yeah, but it's a lot of things I think they can check, especially like with older people.
Like,
because I even say to people like, make sure you check on your older family in general, like, because you know you can leave your.
So wait a minute. So there might be already that set in place. We have Miss Lisa in the chat to say Virginia and Maryland required her to do an eye test, and Georgia only required to show certain conditions. So it might be already set in place for that.
Okay,
I mean,
I think they should push that to the fifth.
Like I said, because you got to check.
It's just that it shows.
Not just for anybody else's safety, for their safety.
But it's just that it shows in different people in you know, at certain ages and shit, like
like I said, when I was saying that you need to check on your older family, because you know, some people can go away.
I
from
think
their
if you suffer from seizures, you shouldn't be driving.
That is true though. A lot of families
do
take their grandmas and granddads, they license the fuck away.
Yeah, because just like You love me? Like, nah, we can't.
But then you got the ones that be like, I'm gonna drive.
Yeah, cause
And
you're
that's
right
the
though,
one-
cause she
and
can
that's
barely
what
see
I'm
the
talking
goddamn
about,
TV.
man. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
She
You
out
got
there
those
trying to
type
find
too.
the Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
everybody-
it just,
say
you
good luck,
know.
everybody else. We got time for that. Because
Every 5 years after 70 is pretty high. Yes, but I can see that. The only reason, like, man, I look at it like, live your goddamn life. You make it to that old is a blessing. It ain't, it ain't just millions
Yeah, it's a
upon
blessing, but
millions
that don't
upon
mean you need to be
millions
on the road
of
driving
them
either.
I say, look,
that
hey,
age
know what I
out
mean?
there.
Hey,
You know what
look,
I'm saying?
look,
It's
don't-
more younger
you
people.
done
Once
lived
you
your
make
life.
it to that age,
Let me live mine. Don't kill me on the road, cause yeah.
Right.
but anything, a squirrel can come out there and you can
Nigga,
die.
he ran over cats.
You know what I mean, that's
and
just
everything.
another.
I'd have ran all
That's just
that
another
over.
thing to add to the list. But
Who's swerving from hitting the squirrel? Like, let's be for real.
I ain't gonna lie. It's
I done
illegal.
ran plenty of them over and
It's
cats.
illegal
Nigga,
as
it-
fuck. But if I
Come
gotta,
on, bro.
if I gotta choose
Not
between
killing
going
myself.
into a ditch and
Right.
running through like a what's the motherfuckers you can't hit, the family of Canadian geese, I hit them and the
Woo!
babies.
Boot feathers everywhere.
Don't give a fuck. I'm not swerving.
I'm not gonna purposely hit them, but hey, if it's a
And look,
last minute thing and
if I gotta
save my
choose
life, they
between a
ran
ditch
over, man.
and these birds,
Yeah,
them birds gonna be on the
man.
ground.
they ran over. Feathers everywhere. I
Babies
clean them
and
off
all.
when I get to the house.
Yeah, boy,
Man, I hit a cat like that one night.
Now he about to go into
Man, I
his
swear
murder.
on everything I
his
love.
motor
If I had
retails.
swerved, because the speed I was going, if I had swerved, I'd have fucked myself up and the person in the car.
But what, okay.
So, for what?
to wrap this up, what I'm saying is
There you have it.
to wrap this up, what I'm saying is, yeah, I do get it. I do understand that there should be something set in place, though. But it's a very simply so, because at the end of the day, you are taking a person's freedom away. And if you're talking about freedom, I get it that laws are there to protect, blah, 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 blah. But free is free. You do what the fuck you want to do. All these regulations and all of that, if I'm willing and capable to do it, I should be able to do it if I want to. It's always a possibility that someone can get hurt. It's always that.
And you're right. And if you're capable, if you take that test, then you can do it. If you don't pass that test, then motherfucker, you're not capable and you don't need to be on the road.
Your freedom ends where mine ends.
I mean,
That's just what it is, man.
I mean, that's just
If,
like
look,
Ain't
if
nobody
your
taking
freedom
nothing from
ends
them,
my
man.
freedom, your shit ends there. I put it at that point.
say that one more time.
If your freedom ends my freedom, that
Nope.
point doesn't stay.
There's no. If your freedom ends my freedom,
Mhm.
meaning what? Your life?
My life fucking me up like
Everything
it-
does.
Exactly.
Everything
No.
does. No, it's no such thing as this super equal thing. What is free to me is totally different from what someone else feels was free to them. Know what I'm saying? So what I do may
So you just say
inconvenience
just let them
someone
drive
else,
until they-
but-
whenever they want to, if it happens.
But that's
No,
that's
no,
literally
what
the
I'm-
whole.
I'm
That's
saying-
literally the whole point of the whole King's Table though. Because at the end of the day, we talk about what white motherfuckers do to us that look makes their life a hell of a lot fucking better and fucks ours up. That's their freedom. We be mad all fucking day, but we can't say that. We can't just say no. Fuck that. That shit wrong at the end of the day.
You said that's their freedom. That's not their freedom.
How is it not? In your opinion, you said how is me living? How I say even if it does hurt you, you said that's how I live to be free. That's how they live to be free.
Got me there.
Damn, he definitely did. Can't say nothing. They say fucking smoke.
Got me.
Hey, I was ready to ring the bell too.
With that, man. We might as well just kick it into Smoke
God
University,
damn it,
man.
y'all.
Give me a bit.
We might as well go. We might as well go into it, man.
Yeah, can we get into
God
Smoke?
damn, class is in
Yeah.
session.
Class is in session. Let's go.
Into Smoke
can't do it
University,
that one,
man.
though. I ain't
'Cause
gonna lie,
God,
though.
but like I said, but you are right in that sense. Just
Matter
know
of
there's
fact,
always going to be a person
That's actually something I
that
wanted to
wants
bring
to
up.
do what you think they should.
It's cool because that's
And
actually
who the fuck am I to say you can't?
this actually brings me into the topic I wanted to talk about today.
Let's cue it up first. Let's bring you in right. Let's bring you in right with Smoke University, man. Let's bring you right. Appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Remember, at 5:15, we will be taking callers live every Wednesday. I said Thursday. You know that's what it is. I've been drinking a little bit.
Take your seats, class. We about to get
With a
into
black
it.
on brand, it is food boo. See, I'm back with the band, how the schools do. They carrying drums. Think I'm a joke, then I'm carrying them. Don't want to smoke if you care for your lungs. That is a fact. Most entertainers is there for a plaque. Emotional damage can get you a slap. That is at will. Most of our people express how we feel with physical touch going in for the kill. Gotta do better. In the spotlight, we are under the pressure. It can get deep.
Yo. Welcome back to Smoke University. As you know, that song was Yoko with Wilt, King Smoke, and Nalo. So let's get
Man
in.
said King Smoke. He ain't even own that song.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I checked, I was on it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Last time I checked.
I'm the
My man said,
I'm the producer.
no, you ain't.
Damn.
Not even close.
Look.
But
So I bring the weed, so I'm technically in the group.
all right, so
Let's talk about freedom for one, because that's one of the topics I wanted to hit on today, anyways.
interesting.
Because we got, like you said, we got a lot of people that have so many different volumes of freedom, but like I was saying, there's so many people who want freedom but don't want others to have it.
Right.
And that's one thing about freedom that you have to understand, that if you actually want freedom, you can't expect other people not to have it. That's just like the same when it comes to LGBTQ, women's rights, men's rights, all that shit. You can't have it be like, well, I want this, and that, and you got to submit to me, and you can't say nothing else about it. That's not freedom to other people. That's just you wanting your dominance over everything.
That's a fact.
And that's with a lot of groups now. That's why a lot of times, like, a lot of like these groups and movements and shit don't be taken seriously, because they're literally the opposition. They're not somebody trying to be themselves. They're just trying to be the opposition. Like, if you go against, like I said, it's a war. If you go against me in any form or fashion, you disagree with me in any form or fashion, you're interrupting my freedom, which isn't true.
No.
Because if I don't agree with it, I'm not going against your freedom, because you can still do what the fuck you want to do.
Still could do what you want to do. That's what people got to realize. You cannot then take away someone's something just for you to have something. They got to have free too. You get what I'm saying? They got to have their freedom too. Just say that I live like this, you live like that, we agree to disagree, and walk away. You can't say because I live like this,
No.
you got to stop. That's not how that works.
It's
there's
not
always
how
a
it
debate.
works. It's all, and it don't. Crazy thing is, a lot of shit don't even need to be a debate. I like to debate. Don't get me wrong, but not everything needed to be a debate. Like social issues, I'm sorry, when we got so much actual serious shit
You
going
said
down.
define freedom. In your words, define what it means to be free.
Defining freedom, I would say, in my words, to define freedom would have to be to live without outside influences restricting your pursuit of happiness, so to speak. When you're not out there, honestly, and when you're not interfering with others' pursuit of happiness. Like we said, my opinion against what you want to do is not me interfering with your pursuit of happiness at all. You could be happy as shit, and I can disagree with you. You can go about your day, and I can go about my day. Hell, we can have a beer. I don't give a shit. Because at the end of the day, that's freedom. You're free to do what you want to do, and I'm free to do what I want to do. And I'm not trying to stop you from doing what you want to do, and you're not trying to stop me. That's freedom.
Yeah. To me, that's exactly
I
what it
agree
is.
with that.
That's exactly what it is to me. That's like when when white guys say they don't want their child to date a black person. That's their right. That's their freedom. If they want to live like that, so what? I don't care. They have the right to do that. Now, it's also freedom when that white parent has a child that goes out of that. They have to respect their freedom now.
Yep.
Because they wanted the black guy. So you can't, you didn't want them to have it, but they got it now. And that was your freedom to want it like that. It didn't work out. Now let them be free and do that. That's how I see it. But most people wanted to stamp it as one thing. This is what it is. It's not.
But if the whole world moved like that, it'd be so much peace.
It would be.
Like, all right, you racist, you don't like me because of color of my skin. Okay, oh well, life goes.
Because at the end of the day,
you don't like you don't want your daughter to date my son. Okay, that's cool. I respect.
Because
it.
real talk,
Yeah.
how much do you actually give a fuck about like a random day-to-day racist guy? Like just a motherfucker that work at Walmart. How much do you give a fuck about him really?
Not at all.
Exactly.
Not
So
a
the
little
fact
bit.
that we got motherfuckers that's like on the day-to-day it be people that would like want to get that man fired. I have no need to. He works at Walmart. He's a cashier. Fucking need to get him fired for. He just don't like black people.
Yeah.
I don't need to get him fired. Like, because at the end of the day, shit, if that's his pursuit of happiness, he don't want to be around us. That's
great.
fuck it. Go live your best life, my guy.
It's a great answer.
Now, what would you say if he was promoting it? Would you still
that's
feel like that
different.
if he was promoting it?
It's different
see,
because
then-
you can't push your freedom onto other people.
Cause see, a lot of people.
then
I
we can
see
debate
that-
about it.
A lot of people I do see that block people like that. It comes from somebody either putting some shit online that went viral, and they call them in a viral moment. It went viral, and they saying the shit, and that's what got them fired or some shit like that. But just to meet one in the store and some shit like that, it just be some.
Yeah, but
I don't see nobody blowing it out of proportion where they gonna try to get them fired.
There's a lot of people like with these TikTok videos, like I said, you said a viral video. All it takes is, like you said, a viral video. Let's
Yeah.
say you had a bad day and you called a female bitch.
Mhm.
And all females
yeah.
went up in motherfucking arms, and now they looking you up on TikTok. Cause you know, internet is a motherfucker. They find people. That shit I seen jump with.
But on the wait a minute, time out. On the terms of freedom, my nigga, like we just said, just because it inconveniences you doesn't mean it can't happen. Now, let's just say, like, you're right. You're going in the right direction. You having a bad day, or something, you call a female a bitch. And these females get mad. They look up everything. They find your life. They destroy your life. They make you get fired and all this shit over some just one transactional shit in the day.
So now
I think that's petty. I think it should
But-
not happen.
but now-
you had the freedom to call that woman a bitch. They got the freedom to get your ass fired.
So now,
So it's even, right?
so it's even.
I think it's petty. I don't think they
Yeah,
should do
but-
it. But
yeah, you right.
freedom is freedom. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, just because it inconveniences you does not change it.
That still goes with the fucking up somebody else's pursuit of happiness, which I'm not down with. Because at the end of the day, that is what causes people to not
It was happy for them
No,
to get
exactly.
fired.
But that's what causes people to not be free. When you go into the mindset that freedom allows me, like you said, to do whatever I want to the point where I can say, "Fuck that other person."
you have to realize that your freedom it will clash with someone else's.
But
It's
just
never going to be
some of that freedom that you talking will come with consequences.
It's never going
Remember
to
that
be
too.
exactly. It's
Definitely
never going to be
is.
a clear cut walk through this like la la la. I'm going to live my freedom. No, it's going to clash with other people, and sometimes it's not going to be
How?
you looking smiling on the other side because your freedom is going to convenience someone else's freedom. It just is what it is.
Not all the time. That's not necessarily true. Not to the extent. Like I said, because when you push it beyond boundaries, like I said, because now we live in an age where everybody wants to attack everybody else's freedom. 'Cause like I said, that's where you go down the rabbit hole of nobody has freedom. Because do you really have freedom if you live a life where I can't do this because of this? And if I don't, it's going to be 1,000 negative consequences, even if it's something small. Like, that's where the whole freedom of speech and everything and a whole freedom of press and all that, because at the end of the day, shit, that, like I said, that even goes back, we was talking about with white people and the rich people, how they able to fuck our lives up, but that's their freedom. They want to live the big houses. They want to live in mansions, but they know that they got to fuck the people up to do that.
But you're 100% right about that. What I'm saying is, like, you're right. You stumped me when you said that earlier, and you made a valid point. But at the same time, we have the freedom to say, I'm not vibing with what the fuck they're doing. We want to change it. Now, if we become victorious on that, we got our freedom, what we thought it was. Now, if they continue to be victorious on what their freedom is by fucking us over, they got theirs. But no one can say they cannot do it. We both can do what the fuck we want to do. At the end of the day, it sounds fucked up. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying we're right. I'm not saying that. It's just the fact that you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, we can.
No such society as a truly free society. The moment rules are created, you are no longer truly free. I agree with that.
Most definitely.
I agree with that. For sure. Everybody's pursuit of happiness is not the same, so it's going to always be a conflict. True shit. True shit. That man that wrote up there, no one is free. But now what you're saying, do I get it? Because for real, it's not even a thing where I'm trying to be against it.
No,
because
no.
for real, how I
saying.
believe, how I think on my day to day, I'm actually on your side of that's how I think it should be, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, hey man, you can do what the fuck you want to do. At the end of the day, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
But you can't.
There's
To a
consequences
certain
to
extent,
it.
yeah.
There's consequences to it, but you damn sure can do it. Just is what it is. You can go cheat on your woman if you wanted to. She might leave you, but you can.
That's go back to what I said. You free to do what you want, but there's gonna be consequences. So just be ready for them consequences.
Right?
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't nobody say you can't drive a car through the bank window. Anybody can do that. You jump in
Yeah,
the car
if
right
you
now
wanted
and
to.
plow that motherfucker through that bank. It's gonna be consequences behind it.
It is.
That's just what it is.
You do what the hell you want to do,
You
man.
can do whatever you want to do. You can run right in Walmart right now. Everybody lay the fuck down. Who's stopping you?
Not a soul.
Nobody know what's going on. Nobody knew you planned it. You just volunteered to walk in there. But
Now
they
you
saying
go,
ain't gonna be
you go. The
consequences
consequences
behind
gonna be
it.
behind
Yeah,
it.
it's gonna be consequences behind it.
And just, I mean, like, because I can't think of a freedom that I can severely say that shouldn't be one. I can't think of one. Know what I mean?
Now I can think of one.
My
I
biggest
can
gripe
think
is
of a lot.
always
I can
like
think of a few.
Rape and
my
murder.
big.
There you have it.
Yes,
Kids and
That's-
everything.
that's
where I
true.
was going at with it.
That's true too. But at the same time, that's one of them things that I believe that they should be shot in the head. Like you raping little kids and
That
shit
go
like
back
that.
to the stoning joint.
But at the same time,
That's
who
look. That's why I believe in the eye for eye
What's
What's
society,
good? We got
man.
Sarah from the UK popping in.
What's
That's
up,
As
sir?
I said, the eye for an eye society would work better because you get punishment for your actual deed.
Yeah.
You get punished for your actual deed. 'cause
He made me change my mind. I was trying to think of something to say. He said I got quiet.
yeah.
I was trying to think of something to say about the little. He was like, I couldn't think of one freedom. And then he said the pedophile. I'm like, yeah, but at the same, I'm like,
no.
Yeah, you right.
ain't got shit for that.
Stone him. He said, yeah,
Stone
stone
his ass.
Yeah, ain't got nothing for that. But on the biggest
Shit, I ain't
scale,
gonna lie, we do need to bring that shit back. I guarantee
No, we
that's
don't.
look,
See, that's
we
the shit I'm
get
talking
That should be tight.
no
though,
look,
man, 'cause
man, you bring that
it be-
shit back.
only for certain things, though, man.
You got to remember, we talked about it on this show where there was a guy in Tennessee, representative. He was a Republican. The representative, I forgot his name, man.
I know who we talking about.
And he said he wanted to bring back
Lynching.
and firing squad. Come on now.
I think like this.
I ain't gonna lie.
I
would take the firing squad over the motherfucking
I agree with he
electric
kind
chair.
of saying because
Punishable by fine, legal for a price.
because I feel like this. I feel
real.
like if the person killed one of your family members and the body already belonged to the state, I think his sentence should be he should be signed over to the family. Now the family depends on the situation, the nature of the crime, should be able to do whatever the fuck they want with them.
The only
no.
the only fucked up
What
part
is
about
wrong with people, man?
what you mean?
We done had this debate before. Like, listen, do I get people are hurt? If you have a person that got killed or murdered in your family, I'm not the person like the death penalty and all that. Do I understand the sentiment? You want them gone off this earth because you can't get your loved one back? I get it. But if it was wrong for them to murder your family member, what makes it not wrong for you to murder them? Wrong is wrong. I'm not understanding where people's logic comes from with that. I don't get it.
That's a good ass motherfucking quote.
What's that?
Punishable by fine equals legal for a price.
Facts. I would like everybody in the comments to hit that share button. Spread the word. Appreciate y'all for pulling up too.
Yeah, hit that like button too.
But yeah, man, like wrong is wrong, man. Like all y'all with this, you said bring back stoning. This man said turn the family over.
Turn the body over to the family, and the family
turn the body over to
turn the person over to the family,
killed
and the
somebody.
family deal
You
with
know
that.
what they're gonna do with him.
Yeah, we know. That's
We gonna
what
beat the
point.
dog shit
Yes,
out of
Lord.
him. What we gonna do?
Exactly. That is exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But that does not then in turn make it right.
It does.
It does not.
It does.
And you're talking to a person that you know me. I will be down all day
and if it's a mechanic, you fixing some cars out here today. Sheila Bricks ain't messed up on her car. I need you to
you
do
gonna
that.
use him as a slave.
Ooh.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I ain't putting
See
no
what I
slave.
mean? Shit like that.
Just kill his ass. I ain't got time for all
no,
that
but
shit.
but see, wrong is wrong.
It's
though.
not wrong.
I don't see how people.
How is it wrong?
That's hypocritical to think like that.
No, it's not.
It is. If a person kills your loved one,
Wasn't that a law?
it was wrong for them to do
Wasn't
so.
that once a law? before?
Karma.
yeah,
It's
was.
karma.
Yeah, it was.
It's karma.
Yeah, that's a thing. If in the universal karma, okay, I get that.
No,
but wrong is wrong.
I got a question
fam.
for you. Am I part of the universe? That means I can inflict karma.
Oh, he got you right there.
Say that again.
I'm part of the universe. I can inflict karma as well.
No,
I can.
listen, man.
What they say? They said I was made in the image of God.
It's like I was just about to mention God. It's like people that use the Bible when they want to, when it applies to their life.
God
I don't
drowned
really
millions
like
of people. Because they was fucking up.
He did that.
He said he did that.
They tell
Damn right
Abraham
he
to
did
kill
that.
his son because he ain't
But
believe enough.
You're not gonna put.
I'm just saying. I'm using the Bible in the right context.
Ain't we still in class, right? 'Cause he talking shit today.
motherfuckers back.
But wrong-
He's on point today, cuz.
Wrong
Can't-
is wrong, man.
No, it's not.
It is, man.
But they do go back, to be honest, two rights
It
don't make a
is,
wrong.
man.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, that
So they
wrong
do go
is
back to
wrong,
that,
man.
though.
Like I get
That's
it.
like
though.
saying jail is wrong.
What you mean? It is.
So if murder go to jail, that's wrong?
No. We're not saying that. He didn't. They're not murdering him. If a murderer gets put in jail,
He's being kidnapped.
this guy.
So that's wrong.
To be a free slave.
Yeah.
He's getting punished. I don't believe in long sentences.
That's a
You
punishment.
know that.
That's a punishment.
That's a punishment. Yes.
You
that's a
kill,
punishment.
your punishment is death.
You can't know a punishment is something that you was able to make up for. You did something, I punish you. Now you go out into the world to prove that you will
Can't
not
make-
do
But
it
you know,
again.
but you think about it, you know it's fucked up. For them ones that do that shit and they go to jail, they don't get no life sentence and none of that. Them motherfuckers sitting back in the fucking cell, commissary stacked up, eating fucking, watching TV and doing the same shit they do on the streets while that motherfucker laying on the ground.
Exactly.
What are they paying for real?
So what are they paying for?
Listen.
Do they have a free housing
Listen.
and to live
No,
free
but
as a
I'm-
state
the
free
man-
to take
okay,
care of?
you
am,
cannot-
am I saying that they
Them
can't
just
have
down.
a conscience one day and motherfucking change their life? I'm not saying that because honestly, that can possibly happen. But
Not if you kill him.
No. I'm saying let
And
me
the judge-
finish. Let me finish this. So let's say they can, but the motherfucker they took cannot. So it doesn't matter what punishment you truly
Appreciate y'all
give
for pulling
them.
up.
It don't matter what punishment you truly give them.
Let's paint
They
the picture
won't
again for
make
the
up
for
for
the
him.
newcomers.
Say the
guys.
body
Let's
belongs
paint
to the family.
Let's paint the picture for the newcomers.
The body
That's what I
belongs.
said.
To the,
If
and the soul
you,
belong to
so
God.
you want to believe that you want to believe that if a loved one, a friend, someone close to you gets killed,
Yeah.
and whether you kill them with retaliation or the government apprehends them, kills them with retaliation,
A life for a life.
that is okay to you.
A life for a life.
What I'm saying is that's hypocritical because the crime that they're getting charged with is murder. That's the crime.
Yeah.
No matter why they did it, who they did it to, does not matter. The crime is murder. Then for you committed murder to them, what makes your murder right? What it's still murder. I don't care because it was somebody that made you cry. Somebody loved that person too that just killed yours. You about to make somebody else cry. What makes it different? Murder
It's-
is murder.
It's
fam.
kind of like extended self-defense, if you will. It's just like if somebody comes in your house and tries to shoot you, you can murder them with no punishment. Is it still murder? Yes. You can murder them with no punishment. So, in terms, if you come and kill mines and I murder you back,
But see, that's not. I
That
get
go for
how we
9,
try
man.
to spin that, but in one case that was self-preservation. Your life was in danger, so of course the first thing to do is to stay alive. Now, a person killed somebody who they wanted to kill, they already did. You went out and then pursued them. You wasn't in danger at all. One is self-preservation. Of course, you're gonna want to stay alive. If I hold your fucking head underwater, the first thing you want to do is pull that motherfucker up. You're gonna try to stay alive. That's two different situations.
It's not.
You're trying to merge it,
that,
but it doesn't work.
It is the law of the jungle that has always existed.
Hold on. So somebody.
That's why I asked him, was it a law
It's the law of the
in
jungle.
the past? Was it a law
mean, it's the
before? That's
law
what I
of
was
the
It
jungle.
is. Think about all right, right now, go out in the wild and kill one lion and watch and see if the rest of them don't kill you. No matter how far you try to run, they coming for your ass.
Definitely.
Why? Because you killed their peoples. You are a threat.
Yep.
It don't matter.
Go take a baby cub or something and you see what happened to you.
You
You,
are
a
remember that elephant with the
All right.
lady that got
All right,
stumbled with
time
the
out.
elephant?
Time out.
She
Time
took
out,
the
time out.
elephant baby.
So
Yeah.
time out. I'm under the
Eye
firm
for an eye.
belief that this is another unpopular opinion. But since we're having this debate, let's do it. I'm under the firm belief that if a woman is getting her ass whooped by a man, she then kills said man. I don't think her sentence should be that fucking long because she's not about to go out there and kill everybody. Who
But see,
she
that's
wanted to kill
but see,
is
that's a
dead
different
already.
situation because that man was hurting her and she had to defend herself.
Who she wanted to kill is dead already. Then for it to give her 20, 30 years, to me, is dumb. Let her do her little punishment,
Exactly. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
The punishment should fit the crime.
but she should get punishment because she still committed murder, no matter what was happening.
No.
Because murder is wrong. You
She
just
should-
said
she should-
yes.
she shouldn't-
You
she
just said yes. You just said yes.
No, but I also said in a self-defense case, it would not be considered murder, right?
yes, it's considered murder. She should get less time.
No.
So you think so if this dude was raping her, attacking her, or whatever,
Pop 'em.
and she popped him and killed
Yes.
him, you think she should still get time or get jail, any type of jail time? I don't think she should get nothing.
You threw the rape in there, like I
But,
mean that's
but
a
there's
tricky thing.
But
I
you
mean,
said him
of
beating
course
her,
no.
anything,
Beat, rape,
anything,
everything.
like he's attacking her, so she defending herself.
That's just like right now. If you were getting curb stomped right now, like somebody was beating your ass and you pulled your shit out because niggas was like they was beating you to the point you thought you was.
Self-preservation. Once again,
and same thing with her. She thought it was self-preservation. So no,
No.
I don't think she should be punished. But at
you
the end of the day,
should.
no.
You should, because in that situation, even though people can say it's harder to leave and you can in that situation you can't leave. It is.
How you know? Look.
I think everything was fair right then and
check
there.
this out.
Everything was fair right then and there.
Everyone on planet Earth, I don't give a fuck if you was a fucking ant. Everyone sleeps. Nigga leave. I get Stockholm Syndrome. I get all of that. Motherfucker leave. You had the choice to pick that rifle up, that shotgun, that rock, that brick, no matter what, and smash it over his head. As you were doing it, you could have walked out the fucking door. I get that you did it, and I applaud that you did it because you shouldn't get your ass whipped. Because you know me, I'm down for it, but I can't be a hypocrite and say murder is not murder. I would applaud her and say she should have killed him. But at the same time, I'm like, well, she still killed that man.
Look, there's a difference between murder and you had to kill somebody.
You didn't have to do Nathan.
Yes, you did.
Other than self-preservation, somebody coming to your home and you got kids, you got yourself, you got whatever, and you pop them, okay, cool.
Like what Kanye West said, it's a choice. You could have just died. Fuck. If we going that route, at the end of the day,
Gender shouldn't matter. That's true too.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Shouldn't matter in that situation. Anybody getting attacked and hurt shouldn't be.
Right.
And it came down to the other person getting killed. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. That is self-defense. Surely, that's true.
Gotta protect yourself, man. Gotta protect yourself. If it leads to death, hey, it's just something that happened.
No, and when you're talking self-defense, I'm
protect
with
yourself,
you.
man.
But when we first started this debate, you was saying that we was talking about a loved one getting killed. A loved one getting killed, and this person, they killed them, and you go out there, find them, track them, kill them. You committed murder just like them.
I committed murder by law. I committed karma in spirit.
By a good cause. I agree with you on that.
Well, whatever.
I feel like this,
whatever their cause was, that's to say, whatever their cause was, they had one too. That's not making they killed yours for a reason. How about that? Whatever their reason was, they killed him for that whatever reason. Maybe they just wanted their $20 for a sandwich, but it was their reason. If you're gonna use that logic,
then that go back to him. He had a reason to kill him.
Now,
you feel what I'm saying?
If you're gonna use that logic,
if
you know what I'm saying?
Use it like that, it was a reason. So
see, look, they weren't doing shit down here, so I had to let go God sort that out.
Ooh, I think we had this debate before. Would you consider service members that saw combat members murder? Ooh, my God.
What you mean by that?
Motherfuckers in the army and shit like that. Because that's why I think the whole hypocrite thing, that's why when it comes to the Bible and stuff, that thou shalt not kill thing, and then we see people in the military that's killing and all that, and we say, oh, they're doing it for a reason, which they are. That's no question about that shit, because the fact that we get on the interstate and just ride freely and go to the store proves you that it's for a reason, because there's a lot of people that don't like America. And if they was to stop doing what they're doing right now, I'm pretty sure they will fuck us up. So I respect it all day long. But you still kill somebody. I don't give a fuck what no one says. You can do it for a reason. You still kill somebody. I'm not saying wrong nor right. It's still murder by definition.
By definition, yeah. You had to go.
Definitely. And even with that one, that's a little tricky because you don't know what that person did.
Because I feel like this, if somebody did something to one of my kids, and I'm pressing the police like, look, y'all find anything out in there, and they giving me the runaround.
See, I'm not pressing the police. I'm not saying I wouldn't do none of this stuff. I'm saying,
but listen,
what I'm saying
if
is,
I'm trying to press my child's murder and nothing's getting solved, and I know where this person at, you motherfucking right.
I ain't even call the police and tell them where they at.
I ain't gonna say none of that. I'm gonna take matters in my own hands.
I'm killing them, but I will also know that I'm going to jail because I just killed them.
I mean, yeah.
I can't be a hypocrite and say that if they kill someone of mine, that's wrong. If I go out there and I kill them, it's wrong. I'm gonna do it because they killed one of mine, but it's
wrong because it's a law.
Yeah, just because.
I know it's wrong because it felt wrong when you squeezed and you killed that person.
Not really.
I don't give a fuck. You can't say not really. I know so many niggas out on the street right the fuck now. You can pull any one of them out. I'm talking about the gangstest nigga ever. He can say, nigga, I'm gonna squeeze this shit, da-da-da. Get that nigga one-on-one. and ask him when he get in the room, even though he had to do it for self-preservation, even though he had to do it for his money, for his sister being in the house or whatever, no matter what the case may be, he felt that shit. He felt wrong afterwards. He gonna do it again tomorrow.
So
He gonna do it again tomorrow because he got to.
So you tell,
but he felt wrong.
So
I don't
you,
give a fuck.
so you telling me
He felt wrong.
So you telling me right now, somebody killed your daughter, you would feel wrong after killing them?
I'm gonna be happy that he's gone.
Would you feel wrong for killing? In your mind, are you gonna have a mental? Are you literally gonna be depressed in jail?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I don't know about depressed.
Me, honestly, I
I'm
wouldn't
not-
feel
I'm not-
wrong
I'm not gonna
unless
say
I
about-
got caught.
No, I'm not. I don't
That's the
know.
only way I would feel something.
You see something bad that
If
got caught.
if I got away with it, I'd be kicked back, still
I'm
eating
not gonna
noodles
say-
and still living my life every day. Happy that I took care of something for my
Right.
child being murdered. I took his
I'm
ass
gonna
out.
feel right. I'm gonna
So
feel
I would feel
joy.
good as a motherfucker.
I'm gonna feel
and not
joy
feel
for
no
that,
hurt,
and-
no pain, sympathy at all.
I don't think I would be
just being
depressed.
All I'm gonna say is right for the
But I would-
wrong
I would know
reasons.
I
Don't
did
feel.
wrong.
I would never
No, you wouldn't.
depress my
I
ass.
would know that.
You wouldn't know you did wrong.
I know what. Listen.
So
I
I
did
got
so much shit in my
so-
lifetime
so that's
to
just-
where in the moment I was right as fuck. In the moment I was dead right. We had every reason to do it. This was the reason why. And still to this day we use them principles. We're still right. I know for a fact it was wrong. It was wrong. I can't be a hypocrite, man. Like wrong is wrong. We can't just throw these things up there and say there's a word out there called wrong. And this is what it is. But if you do it like this, or you do it like this, and you do it like this, it may not be. Man, well, then, if that's the case, what is wrong then? Is there really a wrong then? Because everyone's going to have a reason for doing some shit. You're saying if you do it for these reasons, it's not wrong. Well, everyone has a reason for doing what they do. Everyone.
So you
So
saying,
what is wrong then?
So you saying killing Hitler was wrong?
This guy here. First of all,
And
That Hitler-
I know what she's about to say, but
we don't know if that nigga ain't dead. We don't know if they killed him.
But-
That's
so you're saying right now, you saying it's not a soul on this earth that would have shot Hitler and felt bad about it.
I'm not saying that. But I'm saying it's a funny motherfucker. You see how people go to the extremes like Hitler and shit like that? Like a motherfucker that just slaughtered
you
people.
gotta go to extremes because at the end of the day, shit, even the day-to-day motherfuckers like a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit. If he would have got one of your peoples, you could be able to kill him and felt no
Well,
type
damn.
of
I
wrong.
said God granted David kingship for killing Goliath. Oh, damn. Well, we just said that God had a little killing him too because he slaughtered a lot of people by flooding the
No,
earth.
fuck
People don't
that.
think about that, but
He did.
it was a ark with
was-
some animals and a family, and some animals.
Everybody
What
else
happened to
drowned
the
like a
rest of the
motherfucker.
families? But that's a whole nother story. I want to piss a bunch of Christians off right now.
Man, fuck them Christians. They need to hear this shit. Look, say Christians.
You about to get us
But
canceled.
we was on
He said, let's stay on track a little bit.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
God Almighty, man.
And once again, I mean, y'all, I appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Gotta
And
put my
remember,
shades
at 5:15, we will be taking callers. It's got a lot of
Yeah.
folks talking in the chat today. What's good with everybody? Andrew pulling up. Sarah Ty was going
Was
on.
good.
As always, the old lady in the building. Now, I mean, Nikita's in the building. Was good. But yeah, man, wrong is wrong, right? It is what it is. You cannot change it, no matter how much you want.
So jail is wrong.
You're saying.
No. Look.
Yeah,
if you want to be technical with your ploy, this is the thing. You can't backtrack once you go somewhere. So we're gonna talk about that. Jail is wrong because at the end of the day,
Because he's trying to put a he's
No,
trying to
we- 'cause
he's
we
trying
all-
to put a
we
he's
all
trying to
know-
put a
so we
he's
talk
trying to
every
put a charge on it because he's saying it's kidnapping. But kidnapping is against your will.
Okay,
they didn't just unwillingly go. They knew they was going because they did a crime.
Okay, let's go with this then. We all know that the prison system is modern day slavery.
That's a fact.
So it's a wrong.
I know that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wrong. It's a wrong to have him for this period of time. If I set my child in the corner for 3 months straight, I'm abusive. But if they did something wrong and I set them in the corner for 15 minutes, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a difference. If you sit somebody in this cage for 15, 20 years, that's what makes it wrong. Punish them for what they did and send them back into society
Exactly.
and see if they can
for what they you
and
gotta
live
punish
free.
them for what they did. You can't once their life is gone, you're not punishing them for what they did.
But you're saying kill them as a punishment.
Exactly.
What is how they gonna prove to you after they're dead that they learned their
There's
lesson?
nothing to prove you took a life.
Exactly.
Listen, man.
God.
I feel what you're saying. There's nothing to prove you took a life.
I said, look,
Yes,
this
you
is my
did.
thing. If you
Definitely.
if you take a life and let's say you get off, you don't get a death penalty, you might get off way better. That is your life's duty in your own mind
Said, don't get me
to
started on
repent.
it.
That's your life duty to repent, do what you got to do to make yourself feel right in your soul. But at the end of the day,
But this
your
lie-
wrong has already been put in the world, and your wrong cannot be taken back. Your wrong has ended somebody's entire next whatever the fuck.
Okay,
they
it
was
can't
supposed to
be
live.
taken back. But okay, there's a 14-year-old kid right now. His mom dudes just so happened to stay in this neighborhood. He had no choice of that. He know whatever. Through these circumstances, yes, every day he has a choice to do or not to do.
Yep.
I get that part. But through these circumstances, he is with this crowd. And because if he's with this crowd, these are the things that they do. Somewhere, they hurt a motherfucker. Who's to fucking say that he won't do his time that he needs to do, come out and be someone that's productive, that saves so many more kids from getting killed by the lifestyle that he was consumed in. Now he does his time. He would never be able to change the fact that he took somebody, but he can then take his experience, his consequence that he got, and go change so many more lives. You can never take back anything.
You can't.
But
You can't.
so what?
Ain't no so what. That's a life. You didn't took that.
Listen, man.
And in reality, and even when you brought up the fact that he was walking with a crowd, like that's only an excuse to an extent.
It's not.
It
It's
is.
not. Man, listen, these are children. We have this thing where, because I've been there. I'm talking about actually been there. At the end of the day, while we was in it, while we was doing the shit we was doing, we're not thinking that we're children. We're thinking we hot shit. We thinking that we grown ass motherfuckers doing whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. No, man.
You know what's crazy?
Same-
At the
same
end
with-
of the
same
day,
with them fucking
at the end
kids
of the day,
that
we're
be-
making children decisions, doing immature, dumb shit that when I think about it today, because I had the privilege to get older and look back and see like, damn, I'm nowhere near that person. So if I kill this person, if someone killed me before I got the chance to see that, damn, this is not right, I wouldn't be able to be up here today telling other kids that it's not right. Over some shit that happened
you know what?
so long
So
ago.
he made me wake up, right? Because I've been to prison, I've been up the road, and I know a lot of murders and shit when I was up there. These motherfuckers changed their life. So it's one dude I was up there, I'll never forget. He was like 19. He was from DC. He had like 30-some damn years, yo. 19 years old. Killed one person. It was on some
Yeah.
bullshit.
Hold on. Yeah, by the way.
This man, 19, he had like 30-some fucking years, bro.
Mm.
And the dude, you could tell, he wasn't no bad dude. You feel what I'm saying? Just wrapped up in some bullshit. Just hanging around the wrong people. Good ass dude. You feel what I'm saying? Balled his ass off. Played ball in school and everything. Made the wrong decision. Got him 34 years. 19 years old.
See what I mean? I know a guy. We used to do shit when we was younger. He used to never want to do it. He'll say, my mom just called me. He ain't had no minutes on his phone. He'll say all types of shit just to not do it. He went out there just being young, because young, you're more quick to fall under peer pressure. I'm not giving it as an excuse. It just is what it is.
Yeah,
As
it
you
is
get
what it is.
older, you know, you're like I said, you don't really truly mature till about 25. Like, so it's like his first time he went and did some shit, he got popped. Give him 16 years. And we know that's not really how he is, man. If he got another chance, which his time has, he's out now. I think he did like 12 on and 16 or some shit like that. But what I'm saying is, like, if they just took him away, and he that's not really who he is, man. That nigga was going to school. Da, 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 da. He could have the chance to prove, I just fucked up. I just fucked up. That's all it is. You can't just destroy. I mean, they did destroy someone else's life.
Gone.
They gone. They ain't coming back.
And neither are they, in my opinion. They don't need to.
Somebody said, can we at least agree that pedos should be put down?
Because at the end of
I'm
the
with
day-
that one, though.
Right,
It's
that go
so-
back to what
No,
I was
I'm with
talking
that,
about
even
earlier.
though it goes
Can he
against
get
what
on
I'm
that?
saying,
wait for that.
but
Shit, that even goes back to my opinion on that men following orders shit. Everything is a choice, man. Everything is. And, like, we can make all the excuses in the world on, like, why people do shit and the environments and everything. It all buckles down to choice.
So why did everybody go, we got a good crowd in the jank. See, I don't want to piss everybody off when I say this and everybody just leave the show. You know what I'm saying? But why did people, if we talk about choice, before I say this, once again, remember at 5:15, we're going to have Vessel coming through here, and y'all can get your call-ins, and the number goes 301-761-1040. It'll be on the screen at that time. Now, if everything's a choice, why did everybody get mad when Kanye West said slavery was a choice? Was it a choice where we said, yeah, I'm getting on a boat, and da-da-da-da? No. But what he's saying is, Harriet is a slave. She made a choice, I'm running. Another person made a choice, said, I'm staying. That is choosing.
That's a fact, and I agree with that.
That's what he's saying. He won't saying that, of course.
So
we was up
basically,
here living.
I know. I get what he's saying.
But
too.
again,
definitely-
that's why it pissed everybody off, because nobody likes to look at that reality. Like you said earlier, and it's a good ass point. We, like I said, we live in this whole life the way we live because of a fucking choice. Because at the end of the day, if we all decided just to not fuck with this shit no more, it wouldn't exist.
That's true.
I think
Laws
all of
only
us
work-
had the fucking
Gall to try something
fight,
different. Yeah.
to say fuck this shit. We gonna if
'Cause shit-
20 or 30 us 40 us gonna die behind. We
damn
gonna fight.
near, you got people that break hella laws on a daily basis for stupid shit, but won't break it for no big shit.
That go back to what I was talking about. Motherfuckers can load up guns to go shoot each other, but you can't be like that when the police or the KKK ride around. Why you can't have the same energy when a police officer kill one of your family members? But y'all be quick to load up and be 20 deep to go shoot at your own fucking people.
But that
I don't
goes
get it.
back to what I'm saying. People being in an environment. You know what I'm saying? If that environment was the environment they was in, they was going to say, we're going to stand up and fight against KKK, they would do it. But they're not in that environment that does that. They're in an environment that say, we're going to shoot people that look like us because of this territory, because of this color. So that's what they do. They're children. At the end of the day, they are. If I told them, if I grabbed a bunch of kids and said we're going to the store to get candy, that's what the fuck we're going to do. If I told them we was going to the store to do groceries, that's just what the fuck they're going to do. Guidance is what they're looking for, someone that's a slightly bit older. When you're young, the person that's 2 years older than you can be your old head. That's my big brother. That's my da-da-da-da. They're following just their children. It just is what it is. We ain't looking at it like that when we was living through it, but it just is what it is. That's fact. The truth does fucking hurt. Facts.
All the time.
Facts. I don't even know if we wrapped up Smoke University. But
Nah, we've been class
let's
been
just
in
put the
session
banner
for-
back up.
Class
for a
been in
minute.
session for a minute.
Yeah, let's just put the banner back up just because. Every week, remember, every week, 4:30. Matter of fact, when we just 4:25, Smoke University, man. With
Definitely.
King Smoke. That was deep. Real goddamn deep. And y'all stay tuned. We got motivation with a bang with my man Bangdo here. And of course, I got a word for y'all on the street with a community spotlight. Now, I mean, not community spotlight. We do need to bring that back, the community spotlight. We ain't did it in a while.
So if y'all got some businesses, y'all got somebody in the community that y'all want to shout out, send them in on the show on the King's Table email. We gonna get at you because we need y'all to come in because we trying to spread y'all love. We trying to spread y'all business. We trying to open up the community to a lot more.
Right, and that email is kingstable42@gmail. I'm going to put it down in the chat. So if you're on Facebook, I'm going to throw it up there. YouTube, I see y'all too. I'm going to throw that in there too as well. And I know we on like Twitch and all of that, and I mean, I got to get up on it. I'm slipping on that, so I don't even know if motherfuckers watching on that, on Twitter, or whatever it's at. But, hey, appreciate y'all wherever you at.
Oh shoot, Sarah Hayward. She said, for instance, a guy and woman could get convicted for murder of a child and get 15 years and walk free, and you get more for time for burglary. Makes no damn sense. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy. So the
Motherfucking
UK ain't no too much different
No
from
different
here.
than over here.
Because she over the UK, so yeah.
The motherfucking laws is crazy. That's one thing
But
I
you gotta
can't
think
say.
about it like this: when you got pedophiles running the music industry, the fucking controlling TV, all that shit, they gonna have laws to protect them where people that do shit like this get off with just a smack on the wrist. Because in that case, they'll shut down the whole fucking industry because that shit is filled with that type of shit.
Hell yeah.
So that's why it's so fucked up with that shit right there. Somebody can go out here and kill somebody and get their whole life taken away. And somebody can go out here and fucking kidnap 2 kids and rape them and all that shit, and they only get 10 years.
The
if
reason,
that.
the
You
reason
feel what
that
I'm saying?
the reason that they do it that way, which I think is ass backwards, because I believe if you take a child's innocence, ooh, Lord, that's the low of all low to me. But the reason that they do it on paper is because, like you were saying, the crime matched the punishments, and technically they didn't kill anyone. Know what I mean? So it's like it hurt them, but
Shit, but fuck that. How
I
come?
think that's when if we're gonna kill somebody, that should be the one. But
Shit, how come?
That's why it's like
I can
that.
go rob Walmart and I get more time than motherfuckers? Because I feel like shit.
because Walmart has more money than that little girl's family.
That's fucked up.
It's
That's
all
just-
about
I
you.
know, but
it's
Hey,
facts,
hey,
though.
You just say some real
No,
shit.
but it's
it
facts,
sounds
though.
tough, but it's real shit though.
Yeah.
But at the end of
It's
the
real
day,
shit, though.
if we talking about laws, like shit like that shouldn't exist. If we like gonna be real,
Yeah,
it shouldn't exist like that. Because like you said, that person killed somebody, so of course they would get more time than somebody who raped somebody. That actually makes sense. But the fact that I can go steal a motherfucking TV and get more than the motherfucker who raped a kid is crazy.
because you fuck with a bigger corporation that has nothing
Right.
to do.
So then I stole an
That's
off-brand
that's
TV.
a-
My shit don't even got
that's
Netflix
a
on
money
it, and they
thing. That's
still
just
That
a
got
thing.
person
my
is
ass.
just a person.
Yeah, but that money
That's a
thing
business
is
you
if,
dealing
if,
with,
if
yeah.
you had this $1 billion corporation and you want people to know that you don't fuck with this place and you got the money to to enforce that, then
That lets you
people
know
fuck
what
with me,
that lets
light
you
their ass
know
up.
what people really give a fuck about in the world.
Money.
I mean, there's a minimum and there's a maximum to everything. So, I mean, they're just gonna give you the maximum for fucking with the bigger money.
I couldn't be a judge.
I mean,
Everything all about money.
I couldn't be
it's always about money.
or on the jury. They don't want me on the jury.
Everything be a hung jury with him.
Everything.
He ain't got damn agreeing on shit.
Say rape. Say we sitting here all motherfucking
None of they,
night.
they don't want me on one of those cases.
Say we sitting here all fucking night. But let a motherfucker come in on some drug charges. We sitting here all night again. So no, that motherfucker ain't get no 20, 30 years. Fuck that.
Why haven't now? I can't say why they did it at any places because some states are doing it. They're letting some people out for the marijuana charges or whatever. But it shouldn't be a voted thing. It shouldn't be we have to have a meeting about it. It just is what it is. It's legal now. You pretty much did what that man was doing on his block, locked
a
him
bigger
up,
scale.
and you came up there as his op, basically put a building on his corner and sold marijuana legally in his trap
And lock them up.
and locked him up. That's basically what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? I
Told
think
you.
they should get
Government
the fuck
trap
out.
house.
Most definitely.
CVS, Walgreens, all that shit. The government trap
Hell
house.
yeah, CVS the biggest drug dealer.
They got drugs in there that
They the biggest.
can make people addicted to the point where they be bad off and shit. That's
Mm-hmm.
the government. Yeah, they can legally sell drugs.
Yeah.
That's just what it is, and they lock. Hey, guess what? We started that shit.
But
that they doing
but
right
that's what I
now.
said.
They
We're
made it
all
legal. We
we're
started that
all
shit.
walking hypocrites though.
Yeah, you right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we'll see people in the neighborhoods that's slinging woot woot. Well, not us per se, but just Americans. I mean, I see people slinging drugs in the neighborhood and whatever, and they'll be like, they shouldn't do that, and they should go to jail. Da da da. In some instance, whatever. I guess whatever. I don't. They're making money for their family. That's how I see it. But we ain't gonna say that about, like you said, about Walgreens. We're gonna walk in there, get our prescriptions, grab our chips and our drink, and walk out. We're never gonna look at them like this is fucked up. This is da 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 da. But that businessman was making some money,
Hell yeah.
and you want him to get the fuck off that corner. Well,
And great thing is only because you're not giving to the government. That's the only reason they give
That's
a fuck.
what it is. They not.
That's the only reason they give a fuck. If they could find a way to motherfucking prescribe motherfucking meth, they would.
oh Lord.
They would.
Well, was it?
Well, you do got a
and-
methadone clinic and shit
well,
like that. So.
Washington and Oregon
You have it.
has legalized everything. Every single.
And what you
drug.
think a methadone clinic is? A place for people to go get a free high
Do you think
every morning.
I don't
Do
care.
you
if
Get yourself
think? Do
some
you think?
coffee,
I believe.
get a free high.
I
every
believe
morning.
all drugs should be legal because they're going to do it. They
that.
should not be locked up. They should get
help. That's how I feel.
And I ain't gonna lie.
I feel the
That's
same
one
way.
of
I've
those
been
things
saying that
on
for the
freedom
long.
that I said for a long time. Because who the fuck am I to say that you shouldn't get high the way you
I
want to
say the
get high?
same shit. Instead of throwing
They
these,
shouldn't,
I say
but
the same
they
thing.
sh-
Instead
yeah.
of throwing these people in jail, get them some help.
Because I ain't gonna lie.
That's what
didn't-
I say.
I done
They have a
seen-
problem, so they got addiction. They got
That's
a
a
problem. So
fact.
get them some
Freeway
help.
Ricky was getting his blow from the
They
CIA,
jail time should
and
be-
that's proven. That's a fact. That's a fact. We ain't gonna
If you
say
gonna lock them up for getting high, put them in a treatment facility. They time will be the time spending the treatment
Spending
facility
there.
to get
Spending
help
there.
instead
I
of wasting
said that
jail space.
Because and then they say shit like, "Oh, we can't force nobody to why? Y'all force a motherfucker to stay in jail, but you ain't gonna force nobody.
You can
to
force
stay.
somebody to stay in a treatment if they know that. All right, if I don't stay in this treatment, the next step is jail. They gonna want to stay in that treatment.
yeah.
That's just what it
They're
is.
gonna want to.
That can come second.
Yeah.
The treatment should be first. If they don't want to accept the treatment, then all right, I got to do something because you a problem in society. I'm gonna have to lock you up.
But are they?
I'm trying to
a
get you
drug
help, you don't want
addict
it,
is
so
a
I'm-
problem in society, depending on the drug. Most of the time, they're only a problem and a detriment to themselves.
Most time.
Most of the time, they only hurt.
And you know what's
their damn
crazy?
selves.
Drug court didn't become effective until they hit the white communities.
Yeah,
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, shit. I didn't see
I
more.
mean, wrong is like
I didn't see
on,
more
on the
honest.
medicine thing.
I done
being
seen
honest,
more
that was wrong.
alcoholics fuck people up more than I done seen crackheads do. Don't get me wrong. I
Right.
done seen crackheads rob some motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But I done seen more alcoholics than go out there and fuck motherfuckers up, kill somebody because they on some other shit. Than a crackhead. Crackhead might come
They
fix
say
your car.
Ritalin is a medical grade meth. I can see that.
You said what?
They say Ritalin is a medical grade meth. I can see
Oh,
that.
shit.
I can see that.
Meth
for
is
sure.
a crazy ass drug because it's just like that's like a drug that like how the fuck you get addicted to not how you get addicted but like I done seen a lot of drugs come across in my lifetime but meth ain't just one that I see often. I see it. I've seen
meth
it.
is one of them things where you know it's in your neighborhood. You walking down the block, you can smell it.
Jesus.
See, I never smelled meth.
You
so
can
I don't-
smell it.
I don't
You
know
can
that
smell their house as you're approaching.
Damn.
Now, I mean, like, you know there's a meth dealer right there. So it's like, but once again, that goes back to the hypocritical thing. Because we look at them as wrong, which I believe it is, but it's a chemistry set. They have their flask and their this and that and that. Then if you look at the pharmaceutical companies, it's the same thing. It's a chemistry set making this shit right here, and we have no fucking problem with it. It got people hooked. That's what I mean by people being hypocrites.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see one thing is so wrong, but these people are pumping these drugs. They really are goddamn balling like Big Meech. Well,
Yeah.
they got
It ain't
Big-
to
Big
the
Meech
same
ain't got shit on
extent,
them.
but we talking about hypocrites. I remember I got kicked out of the atheist group because I said that shit.
You said atheist group.
Yeah.
He infiltrates groups on social media to argue with them.
I be bored.
He
And
does.
also, look, it's part of my re-education process. But this one dude, motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie, he was going in. This motherfucker came to my DMs and everything. He was saying I came to his group and tried to change their views. I don't give a fuck about your views. All I said was, I said, just because you don't believe in God, don't mean that. Because they were saying wild shit. They were saying shit like people who believe in God should get their kids taken and some old shit.
Well, damn.
I'm just like, why? He said because they're indoctrinating their kids. It's the fuck parenting is.
That is what parenting
Motherfucker
is.
don't want to like act like it is, but people are gonna teach their kids their beliefs.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That is indoctrination. It is what it is.
Cause it's the fuck you're raising a person, so you're not gonna raise them to believe in some shit opposite of what the fuck you believe.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's a fact.
That's crazy.
That's a fact.
You should have tagged me in that group. I'd have had fun in that one.
They kicked me out.
Jeez, I'd have had fun.
They'd have kicked me out of every group. I done infiltrated the QAnon group. They kicked me out that motherfucker. I was in that bitch. I was talking about everything. They was a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. That wasn't even a group that you can argue in, because you can't argue with nobody that talking about how the symbols on the pizza box show you which place got the rapist set. So if you order this pizza and it got a triangle and you order this, you get a key.
Say your slices of pizza, a triangle, dumb down. Anyway, right? See, that's why I see.
So I ain't eating Pizza Hut
I don't
no
go
more.
down the lane of stupidity.
That's crazy,
Like,
though.
that part of social media, I can't deal with it. As y'all can see, if you see me on social media, you don't see my family. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You'll see black media and us.
Mm.
That's what I share. Know what I mean? Because number one, I look at it like, if you don't know me, you don't need to see my child. Just because I knew you in middle school, why do you have to see my children? I don't get that part. That number one is stupid. And then I look at it like, why are we using this as another high school? Let's use this for business. Let's use this for entertainment. Let's use this for getting better. But I don't do stupidity.
And
QAnon to me is stupidity.
superior.
I do.
Also, why people? I hate that people be taking social media too goddamn seriously. I said we be here to act stupid on this motherfucker. We here to have fun. You know what I
seen him
mean?
post that shit the other day.
We here to act ignorant on this bitch. And motherfuckers want to be on Facebook. Sirs.
I ain't gonna lie. The type of
difference
shit that I
between
do,
two is-
I got some followers with me. I just be myself. And I got on some dudes the other day. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers act like y'all scared to talk about your feelings and how you feel, like that make you feel less of a man. You a fucking human being. That's the problem with men. We hold in too much shit instead of talking about your fucking problems. It's all right to cry. Don't make you less of a fucking man.
I don't think it make you less of a man, but I don't see. I ain't saying you got to be on social media, but I'm talking about everyday life, period. And dudes walk around holding in shit because they feel like they pride in the way, or if I vent and I say too much, I'm gonna look at it as, man, be your fucking self, bro. It's one thing to say, and this is pretty much how we can, before we get into the community meeting. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, if we continue to be like, yo, be your fucking self, it's all right to do it, we know this is never going to change. Because we do know that we grew up in a society where men have been groomed from the time we was little to don't show emotion. Mm-hmm. Then we get older and blame men for not showing emotion. Just be like, you can go up to me like, hey, bro, it's cool. Yeah. It's all about
That's why
approach.
I'm glad I snapped out that phase.
It's all about approach and how we speak to others. Because we also know that we've been groomed to take on aggression and give aggression back. Mm-hmm. So once we give a person aggression, are we gonna snap back? Like, dude, I'm gonna. But it's slow it down.
That's all. That's another result of that. We don't show much of emotion, which in retrospect, it basically we can't show soft emotions. Like you said, the only emotion that we can show is rage, which people don't like, but they don't like the other one.
Yeah.
So it's just and
something got to balance.
Feelings,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
And like you said, if it's just like I can't show the soft emotions, that they gonna get mad. I can't show the rage emotions gonna be mad. So now I'm irritated. So the rage is just the easiest one. So
see me, I don't give a fuck. Who feel about what? If I feel this way, this is how the fuck I feel. If you don't like it and you feel like this, fuck.
And that's
you.
how
It's not gonna change my way of thinking.
You have to accept. Once you start realizing that it's okay to be yourself, you then have to accept that I will lose a lot of people.
Yeah,
I will feel like I'm on this little island with maybe 4, 5, 6 people, because not everyone's going to enjoy your new self, but you have to enjoy you.
And also,
that's it.
A person being they self makes a person who can't authentically be they self yet uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
It makes them uncomfortable because they don't understand why you're so happy doing things that everybody else not doing. I literally had a friend recently was like, oh my God, you act like an old man, because I don't go out to clubs and shit like that. I will go home, smoke a blunt, and read a book. That's all I need in life.
Either,
so they was like, oh, you old man. I said, no, I just don't find happiness in that shit.
Yeah, that's not my scene.
It's not my thing.
It's not my scene.
And they don't understand that. And crazy thing is, you can honestly tell that it's not a lot of people seeing, because when you go to clubs, 9 times out of 10, you just see a bunch of motherfuckers recording that they at the club, and that's it. They just want to show everybody that they're there.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about the party and the drink, because I can do this shit at home. I can do all that shit at home.
That's how I feel.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm at a point in my life where if I can do it at home, I really don't want to go out and do it.
That's me too. Oh Lord.
That's why on my birthday, y'all was like, man, what you want to do, man? I don't give a damn. I can go to the beach, have a few beers,
at some
and
point,
be cool.
I'm like one of them people that's like, I like to be home, but I like to get that every now and then get the fuck away thing. And it's only because I just want to be away from where I always are. Like, I fucked that up. I said it's up,
but me, ain't gonna lie. I said I'm at that point where I want to go do different shit. Like, dog, let's go visit a waterfall. Let's go see some motherfucking shit that, like, I don't care, like, the world's biggest ball of string. I don't give a fuck. Let's go do some shit. Different shit. I don't need to go to the club and drink and be around a whole bunch of motherfuckers I don't know, hot.
See, I'm the type of nigga, I go up in the mountains and disappear for like 2-3 days.
I've been asking
like
people
like that.
for the past... I've been asking people, I cannot get this shit off my goddamn screen. I've been asking people for the past maybe 6-7 years to go to the ski resort for my birthday. Because my birthday is in January. You know what I mean? That's some winter shit. Motherfuckers be like,
get that number up there?
Black people don't do shit like that. But it is dangerous. And the people are like, yeah, we're going to fall. Nigga, you knew that when I said skiing. I knew I was gonna fall when I said skiing.
But who want to eat a goddamn tree?
But are we gonna go skiing, or we just gonna gather everybody back at the house, bring a bunch of bottles, bring some smoke, and do the same shit?
That sounds better
again,
don't it?
No, it does not.
It does not.
It sounds like repetitive bullshit.
This what I say.
I'm not vacationing.
Because a lot of people don't like skiing. You can't get too many. That's just like asking a black person.
You don't know if you don't. No,
That's just too much.
You can't say they don't like it. They haven't tried it. They just see it as abnormal.
So if you,
but it's abnormal.
If you go to the Caribbeans and the islands and shit, you're not going snorkeling. You're gonna go to the.
No, I ain't. Man, for one, I don't know how to swim.
So my thing is, if I go on vacation and we go to the islands, like. Right, and we go to the islands. I'm not going there just to go to the islands to turn up. Going to the islands for the islands. If I'm just gonna go to the islands to turn up and stay my ass home because I don't need to spend $3,000 fucking dollars for this shit.
Now, y'all remember we about to have our community meeting. Now I mean with Vessel in the building coming up in just a couple seconds, man. Now
hear me. I couldn't do it though.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it though.
Y'all tune in.
So you plan on going skiing?
I thought you were gonna cut the music, but I guess we'll hold on. Yeah, that's the number is 301-761-1040. It'll be up on your screen as soon as we start taking calls. You know what I mean? Waiting on my man Vessel to come through with his community meeting. I see him in the chat. I need you to get on the line, play ball. Yo, what's good with you, Vessel? What's good?
What's good, man?
What's good, man? What you
How y'all feeling today?
Oh, we good, man. We good, man. How we'll never ask you now. We'll never ask you, but we're gonna start off with how was your week, man?
My week, man, is good, man. I'm above ground. I can't complain, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I think every day better than the next one. So.
Most definitely. So what you got for the community this week, man?
I just got a question, man, and I want men and women both to call in on it. My question is, nowadays in society, to me, it seems like it's a problem where a man have standards. And it's okay for a woman to have standards, or this person got to have this and that, for them to even approach me or me to even give them the time of day to talk to them. But when men come with that attitude, it's a whole bunch of lip behind it. I just want to know why is that, because a woman will put out, a man got to have a job, he got to have his own spot, he got to have a car, which an adult should have. But if a man, but you don't bring that to the table. You don't really bring nothing to the table but ass, and half of the time you don't want to share that. So what is that's a struggle sometimes to even share that. So it's a problem for a man to have a standard, because my main thing, if you meet a woman and you're attracted to her, of course you want to take her out to a date. But it's no guarantee that she even feeling you like that. Because I've known women that go on different dates with dudes just to get free food and drink, not really have the intention of getting to know this man personally.
Right.
But he's investing his time and his money into you, hoping that you would give him the time of day. In reality, you don't even think like that towards him. Why is that okay? But if a man come off like that, if you want the time of day from him, and he asking, saying to you, I don't want to spend no money, let's go to the park, let's get some ice cream or something like that. Just engage with one another intellectually. See, do we even could be compatible? For me to even start spending money on you, then he's a clown.
Yeah,
I just want to know why is that.
I believe this. Ooh, that's a touchy one. The standards is like
the problem.
The standards is like, I believe that we're, of course, and appreciate you for always being there, man. I mean, and remember, y'all call in 301-761-1040. Oh, we got a caller in right now? All right.
Lovely. That's what I like to hear.
We got on the line. Let me know when we in. Yo. Appreciate y'all for calling the King Stable. Who we got on the line? Tell me your name, where you from.
Not really have the intention of getting to know this man.
Turn down your show.
Hello?
There you go. Where you calling from? Tell me your name, where you calling from.
My name Mark from Atlanta.
Shout outs to Atlanta, Calvert County on the map.
It was good. So what's your thoughts on the what we saying, double standards? Not even double standards, the men having standards and it being a problem.
Well, it's just that men let women get away with it so much. Men just give women upper hand, so they take it. So men, we got to stop letting women do us like that, because they want sex just as much as we do. So, you know what I'm saying? They got to work for it too. I ain't just gonna take anything. I got my standards, I got what I want too. And I feel it's fine for women to have their standards, but they gotta be able to bring to the table too. So they gotta be accepted that man has standards too. It goes both ways.
Yep.
Right. I think the sex part is the problem. We continue to keep putting value on the sex part. You know what I'm saying? Like
men don't stand on their values too much. Yeah. Like we're more likely to fold when it comes to our standards when it comes to women. Because a lot of the times we're not really looking for someone to depend on a lot. We're looking for a partner.
Right.
We're not looking for somebody to depend on. So when it comes to our standards, ours is a little bit less.
Right. But appreciate you for calling, man.
And the problem is we keep
we got another call in.
We got another one.
Keep them coming.
Yo. Appreciate you for calling Kings. I'm about to say Kings at the Kings table. Who we got on the line? Let me know name and where you from.
Hey, this is Andrew from Medford, Oregon.
Oh, what's good? Appreciate it. Shout out to Oregon in the building.
So what you got on the word of these double standards?
So, I don't think it's something that like women have put on men as far as standards go. I think men have fallen down on just having their own standards for themselves. Like it's easy to be a good man nowadays, but nobody knows what it's like to be good at being a man anymore.
I feel that right there.
I like that.
I'm taking her out to dinner and all this shit. Well, okay, try when you're texting her before you ask her out on a date, just stop fucking texting her. See if she hits you back first.
You're right. You're right. Appreciate you for calling, man. We got another caller calling in. Shout out to Oregon. That was Andrew from Oregon. We got another caller calling in. Yo, who we got on the line? Let me know your name and where you're from.
My name is Sabrina.
Hey.
Yo.
Hey, good.
That's good.
I just want to say, if you have standards, you cannot worry about what anybody say or how anybody feel. That person that can't accept it, that means that person is not for you.
Now I've been waiting for a woman to call because I wanted to ask a certain question that I couldn't ask with a man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now let's just say a man says that there's things that he will not do. And will you accept, not you, do you feel that women accept what he will not do as just as well as women expect a man to accept what they won't do? Or is it like, no, we're going to do it and it is what it is?
I think it should, everyone should respect each other, but it takes a mature person to do that. And that person also already have to have their boundaries to understand that they should accept someone else's boundaries. The boundaries are not just for you, it's for the other person. So you got to mess with a grown person when you come and correct. Because if not, they're not going to accept these things.
Thanks. And I think them boundaries should be set at the
beginning.
And
it's boundaries. Your boundaries upset people. Boundaries make people mad. But it's okay for them to be upset and mad because at the end of the day, it's about you, your self-care, and how you want to live your life.
Right. That's a fact.
And
you should set them at the beginning, for sure.
Set them at the beginning, and also you should not feel
Thank
that
you for calling
somebody's
too,
boundaries are make you less than. If you don't fit somebody's boundaries or standards, you should also accept that. Because at the end of the day, we're not always going to fit somebody. Like, can't nobody, like, if a girl says she need to do to make this amount of money, this soon so is that. Like, if I don't make $100,000, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because I don't make it, so I'm not her type. I got to let the shit go.
Right.
I can't be mad. Yeah. That's
if
what
she
requires.
Wants that's what she wants. But she then can't say that, okay, let's just say if you're a male or female that says, let's say if there's a guy or woman that says, I want a male or female that's a millionaire. That's what you want. Now, you can want it. You cannot say men ain't shit when those millionaires
almost spilled my yak on
you. Because they have standards as well.
Right. And you also cannot try to, like I said, I'm not going to say you can't because you can do that fuck you want. But also, I'm not a person that believes that you should try to make somebody feel less than because of your standards.
right?
Because that dude ain't shit. He's not shit because he doesn't fit your standards. He just don't fit your standards.
Y'all just not compatible.
That's it.
That's all it is.
Or that woman is not shit because she don't fit your standards. Y'all just not compatible. We gotta let that go.
She said she's more attracted to men with standards than a guy that would just let her have her own way. I think that's how it should be, because if you're just gonna let her have her own way, at the end of the day, no disrespect. We got another caller coming in. All right, keeping it coming in. Hi, what's good, Tiff? What's good? Thank you for calling the King's Table. You're on the line with the fellas. Let me know your name and where you're calling from.
Yo, this is Ty, a.k.a. Nalo from 757.
Oh,
What's
shit,
good
we got
with you,
Boots
Nalo?
in the
What's
building.
good? So
Hey,
what would you
make it quick, man? In reference to the double standards joint, man, to be honest, it's as simple as so, no, and taking the L, man. Like, if you, this is me. If you do put it out there with your
taking it, I like that.
Yeah, if you put your standards out there, it's on you at that point. Like, you know, most people know how the vibes is going when they out with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep spending your money and you see that night she all about what she want to do, blah, they give you signs, bro. So you keep spending your money that night, you don't get no ass, you got to take that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You right, too.
Just hear what it is.
Says she will hold out. You seen that she will hold out.
That go to that T-Pain song. You been chopped and screwed.
Yeah, man, but the biggest thing is no. People don't know how to say no. Nah, I'm not with that. Nah, I'm not feeling that. Well, if you see the night going another way, you do have the choice to end that night at that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of us is like, nah, man, I almost got it. And then when you you go home and it's just you, yourself, and whatever's in your medicine cabinet, nigga, that's you. That's the L.
But see, that's when you got this. I feel like we gotta start keeping it real in the jump. Because you gotta start asking questions at the beginning. Like, all right,
Appreciate
what's your
you for
plans?
calling, man.
Like, what's your plans?
757,
and
shout out.
How far do you expect this to go with us? Like, what's your plans with us, and how far do you expect this to go? If you just out having a good time, I respect that. We're gonna go out and have a good time, and that's that.
And stop having
If it's not gonna be
expectations.
none of that, and you just want to just go out and have a good time and then dip, then that ain't gonna work.
Hold on. So when he
That ain't gonna
said
work.
we have to be okay with saying no. Once again, I could be wrong because I don't have statistics in front of us and whatever, and I don't know all men and I don't know all women. But I believe that men will restrict themselves from saying no way more than women.
And that's the problem.
Because we care about their feelings when we say no. And I'm not blaming women because
I said
we
that's-
all have been groomed that men don't, not gonna say we don't have feelings, we have them, but we've been groomed to not show them. So when they kind of seem to think that we don't have them, it's not their fault. This is what the fuck they've seen their entire life. Know what I mean? So we will guard their feelings and hold back our nose and just go with it.
And that's it.
I mean,
That's
it is a problem, but
that's the problem that we have to fix as men. Like I said, that's one of those things where we have to start standing on our ground. Like, if you don't want your girl to have OnlyFans, you'd be like, hey, look, if you want to go down that path, that's cool. But I'm not joining down that path with you. I got to dip. And you can't feel like, hey, now I got to stay
I see
because
what
her
you're going,
feelings
right.
hurt. You have to stay strong in you, because the more that you teach them that you will accept, they will do.
Right.
That's just like, it's damn near like anything in the world. As long as you give a motherfucker inch, they're going to take that mile. That's it.
Right. Right. And I don't mean to cut this conversation short because it is a great one, but we have to get to my man Bang. You know what I mean? He got some motivation for us. You know what I mean? So we're going to take a little pivot. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, and we still will be taking calls throughout this period. You know what I mean? We got some motivation with Bang. He going to bring us some motivation. We're going to discuss what your thoughts is, what our thoughts is, and yeah. What you got for us?
Oh, it's on me. It's on me. Yeah. Hello. How y'all doing this evening?
This grown man music. We toasting over here. Hey, put your yak in the sky, my nigga. Don't pour it out, lift it high, my nigga.
Let's just get the
real,
hook.
recognize real. I tell you how I feel. Raise them glasses to the sky for the days we couldn't build. Yak in the sky. Hey, put your yak in the sky. Yak in the sky. Hey, put your yak in the sky.
Yak to the sky, toward the stars as I'm reaching those. Success in every moment, feel like I'm reaching goals. Vibing.
What's up? What's up? This your boy Bang Though. I'm coming through with the motivational speech of the day. You know what I mean? And my speech of the day is, man, keep your kids off the internet. I had an argument with a lady today because it's a video floating around with 3 females and a young dude on there dancing and they twerking, doing the most. And you got a couple of pedophile grown men that was on there commenting on the comment, and one of the females didn't like it. And I spoke up and I said something. I was like, well, look, if the parents was being parents, they would know what their child is doing, and they wouldn't let their child put themselves on the internet like that. And she was like, she came back at me like, well, I don't see nothing's wrong with dancing. They're just being kids. That's the problem. This is the internet. This shit is dangerous. This is social media. So you got pedophiles on here. You got people on here. So why would you let your daughter get on social media and dance like that? To have eyes of grown men looking at her. So you can't be mad at the grown men that's looking because they going to be on the internet. You got to get mad at the parents. The parents got to start doing some shit. So we got to start changing a lot of shit too, man. For real, for real. That's my motivation of the day. I ain't really got too much to say on that. And hold on before I get off here, because I was going to say a whole lot today. I was going to say a whole fucking lot today. But I don't want to fuck nobody's life up, so I'm just going to say this. If you have a fucking problem, take accountability and fix that shit. Stop blaming those around you. You know who I'm talking to.
My
I ain't
man
gotta say your name.
Stole my word to the community.
You know who, yeah. I'm going to look right at the camera. You know who the fuck I'm talking to.
Great minds
take accountability for your actions and stop blaming people from around you. And you running off and you running here and trying to move here thinking that it's going to change the situation. No, baby girl, you got to fix yourself. I don't give a fuck if you run all the way over fucking West Africa thinking that your life is going to change. You still have that problem that you didn't fix. And that problem is going to stick with you until you fix that problem. Stop blaming people around you and take accountability.
That's a fact.
That's how I feel about that.
That's a fact. And like I said, great minds think alike, because that was actually going to be my words to the community today about that. But let me back up to your motivation thing, because we're going to get to that later anyways. You were saying parents with their children, allowing them to be on the internet doing what we as our age will see as grown shit.
Right.
They see it as them having fun. Me, I see it as grown shit.
People want to ignore a reality of a situation.
Yeah, it's having fun when they're home in their yard and they're off the internet and they're doing that. But if you on social media like that shit is not cool, bro.
Let's be real.
I'm just being honest.
I wish I would go. I got daughters.
It's not cool.
What is twerking? It's a dance.
Just another form of just saying shaking your ass, right?
What is the dance for?
A strip club.
Yeah. What is it made to do? Like when you got a girl twerking on you, what you thinking the whole time?
Yeah, no. It's about your
dick
getting hard. I don't know if we can say that up here, but that's what the fuck it is.
That's it. That's all it is. So that whole they're just kids being kids. No, they're kids imitating fucking adults.
Right.
It's not just a dance.
Right.
It's not. This dance was made to be sexy.
Right.
Don't no kid need to be sexy.
Right.
Ever. I don't give a fuck who it is.
And I know they say time change and all this other shit and whatever. But if you look at the age limit and the generation now and how they dress and how they carry yourself, and you take it back to our age limit and dress, we look old fashioned as fuck. But we wasn't out there like that. We didn't have the social media and shit like that and the shit that have us out there like that. We was straight old fashioned. Motherfuckers still wearing these girls don't even wear bull rats no more. They just skip past that stage.
Yeah, they got lace fronts.
That is weird.
Like, be for real.
I don't see little kids
they just skip past
with
that
bull
stage.
rats.
They just skip past.
They got lace fronts
them like
and
grown
baby
ass
hairs
women.
and edges.
The mothers dressing them like grown ass women. Ain't no man in the house.
Do you think? I don't know about that one.
Man,
I was convinced. I was convinced of that too, fam. I was convinced of that it's the no man in the house.
It ain't. I ain't saying
blah,
that's
blah,
what
blah.
it is. I just threw that in.
Do
there.
I think
I just threw
that
that
a
in
child, will have a better chance if it was both parents? Yeah. I think it's too many parents living vicariously through their children.
Yep.
They're trying to enjoy their so-called golden high school, middle school years through their kids. I didn't get to do this because my mom didn't let me, so you can do it.
And that's fucking the kids up. That goes back.
That's what it seems like to me.
We was talking about this a while ago. I was talking about how now
Let's put that number back up on the screen.
How fucking kids and like their parents, how parents will basically ignore how their parents raised them because they were mad at the time. So instead of focusing on, what mistakes did my parents make and how can I fix those mistakes, they just throw it away, which is the problem. Because we can all say that no parent is perfect, but instead of throwing away their parenting, improve it.
Right.
Improve it. Do what they did, because in the day, did you turn out good? That's the biggest fucking question to ask yourself. How did I turn out?
Right.
Like, my parents didn't want me to do this. They didn't want me to do that. I seen how other people
What
was
y'all
doing.
think is an age limit
To what?
to even being on the internet doing any of that type of shit? Like,
This gonna be out. This is gonna be outlandish.
Like I told the girl, I said the internet is dangerous.
It's gonna be outlandish.
Like, this ain't.
If you can't buy a cigarette, you can't get in, and you can't be on social media. That was it.
Right.
It's a very dangerous place.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna see too much. Matter of fact, you're gonna see things that you're seeing for the first time. And as a child, you believe things you see
for the first time.
That's why in elementary school, they teach you so much shit that you realize when you're grown is a lie. But in elementary school, you don't question shit. So when you get children on the internet and they see things for the first time, that's dangerous.
Yep.
Right.
That's dangerous. They're believing so much bullshit, and they're trying to be what they cannot be, what they should not be. So to me, you can't buy a cigarette. You should not be on social media.
And young ladies, stop listening to these young dumbass female rappers that's coming out talking about their private areas and talking about all this toxic shit. That's not gonna make you a woman. That's not gonna make. Stop listening to that shit. Like, I read some shit today, man. What's the rapper name? Her name Glorilla or some shit. And she was telling her fans, her young fan base, that, I think y'all should be toxic for the rest of the year of 2023. Now, what the fuck?
No, she said be toxic and throughout your entire 20s.
There you have, there you have. That's what she said.
She
there
said
you
be
have.
toxic
just
throughout
be
your
toxic,
20s.
Just whatever. Just be, like, come on, bro. Like, what example? All this money you got, and all this power you got that you could be pushing positivity. You want to push this bullshit.
Yep. It's because we got that notion that, and like I said, things get warped throughout the years with like messages. Because like you would say like, enjoy your young years,
right?
But we don't push like enjoying your young years is going out there doing shit, travel, go, like we said, go do some different shit. We push enjoy your young years like go be a thought, go fuck everybody,
go twerk on the car,
and
to
go do drugs.
Lights.
That's what people like when
shit.
people say go enjoy your young years. Everybody can try to act like it's not what the fuck they talking about, but that's what they talk about. Go drunk, go fuck, and go have fun, and don't care about the consequences later. But at the end of
Age
the day,
13 and up on social media?
You have to
13,
deal
your
with
ass
it.
shouldn't be on no fucking social media.
You what?
14, you shouldn't be on no goddamn social media.
7th grade, 13.
Come on, bro.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you can see anything on social
Not
media.
feeling it.
Shit, you could like if they post it fast enough, you can fucking around catch somebody sucking dick on Facebook.
Yeah. Don't let
That
you be on
shit
Twitter.
wild.
You let you be on Twitter, it's porn on Twitter.
Yeah,
It's not a problem. It's not getting flagged. You can fuck on Twitter.
And
Straight like
TikTok
that.
slide with some shit too, but they'll block it real quick. But there's some shit on there that shouldn't be on
I
there.
mean, it's just like you got your kid, and like I said, you're exposing them to that shit. You can go see somebody get shot in their face on fucking TikTok or Facebook, and be like, damn.
But
And
you,
then-
but
and
you
then
would
when
let
you-
a little 12-year-old twerk, and y'all don't block the video.
And then okay,
I don't
that's,
get it.
that's what I was gonna
And
say.
that goes back to what I said.
almost,
You got
almost missed it. You
pedophiles
said
running this shit.
because we almost missed it. You say you have a lot of women, that's letting their children do it. I'm not gonna lie, man. At what point are men? I don't want to change the subject too much, but at what point are men, and just speaking in the hip hop culture, going to realize that we pushed the women to this for years? I mean, years upon years. The music have been, she's a bitch, she's a hoe, she ain't shit, you don't need her, fuck her. What choice did we give them? But to come out and say, well, fucking, I'm a bad bitch. Well, fucking, I'm a hoe. That's what you were looking at me for anyways? Or are we going to continue to treat a person a certain way, and then when they do it before we got to treat them that way, it's like, oh, shit, what the fuck are y'all doing? You was going to say she was a bitch anyways. Now, when she comes out and says it before you is a problem.
You said music.
Just the hip-hop culture. Just the
Because
hip-hop
I was
culture.
ready to say, like,
No, just the hip-hop
until
culture.
the Megans and the Carly B's and all these motherfuckers came out. Shit that got even worse.
Rap music
Lil'
has
Kim-
been that
and
way
I say
since I
Lil'
was a
Kim was
kid.
our only first ratchet motherfucker we'd had.
No.
No. But
Yeah.
men
Think
have
about
been
Lil Wayne,
saying
shit.
that they were nothing.
Because we're
Men have been saying that.
shit.
That's true.
That's
Men
it.
have been saying that women ain't shit. These told are this, and they're a bitch, and this and that. We have been saying it. Now that they're saying it, it's a problem. Do I think it is a problem? Do I think it? Yes, I don't think it's right. But we can't be hypocrites, fam, and be like, now that y'all saying it before we say it, we was calling them that.
But I will
Let's
say
just be real.
I will say this though. Just because, but it's a fact though, because men rap, women rap, all of it promotes the same shit, right? That don't mean a goddamn thing. It don't. Because
Go back to the house.
at the end of the day,
Go back to the house.
we can watch, like I said, media does influence people because, like you said, kids and everything get on the internet, look at shit, and say, hey, I want to be that because that is popular. But because you want to hop on everything that's popular, you're going to fuck your own life up. And that's just a fact of the world. So people have to realize that it is popular, but you want to be so popular and bad that you out there, like you said, when it comes to the dudes, you want to be out there, pop your gun, and living an unsafe life just for the status.
Yeah.
Not the ones who do it because, hey, I got to make this bread because I got to feed my family. I'm talking about the ones, we all know the ones, those are the ones that usually get killed. Is ones that just want to do it because it looks cool. And then you got females imitate the women that they believe men want because an outward appearance, a dude look at a girl on TV and be like, damn, she bad because TV model chick.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Someone said music, period, not just hip hop. I call cap.
yeah, I was about to
I
say Cap
love my hip hop culture and blah, blah, blah. If you can point to me with other culture, with other genre of music, says you don't need men for shit, you don't need women for shit. The opposite sex is not what you glorify. If you can point to another genre that does that, then I'll take you for your word for that one.
Shit, country
All
music,
I see
they
is
sing to
hip-hop.
their damn truck.
Yeah, all I hear about in hip hop a lot is we don't need each other.
And material.
It's basically putting up a wall. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Separation,
Honestly,
bragging.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I
Disrespect.
like hip hop. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it seems like hip hop is nothing but I know y'all are the reason I got it. But I'm saying
That's a
fuck
fact,
y'all.
the power of the elite
ha
segment.
ha ha, I got it. That's all rap music is.
That
Yeah.
go back to what we was talking about last,
Ha ha
Last
ha,
week, yeah.
Real
I
shit.
got it.
Yeah. And this comment, I mean, the power of the elites have influenced so many. And this show has been rolling. This has been a good ass show. But since we haven't gotten to any of the topics that we actually had on cue today,
talking about
we're
that
gonna,
one.
we're gonna get to at least this one because this comment
Brought it up.
brought it up. I mean, because they said the power of the elites have influenced so many of our people unknowingly, which is true. And this was what I seen earlier, that there's actually 3 companies that is Warner, Universal, and Sony that owns 90% of the depiction of the hip hop culture. They own 90% of the depiction of hip hop, and they also own the prison systems. They have came to an agreement to where they got, was it 42 states or 48 states to sell them their private prisons. But then in return, they say we have to keep these prisons filled at 90%.
Occupancy.
So they try to figure out how this can happen. There was an anonymous email or letter. They said letter, right? It was an anonymous letter that came through that said, well, you have to now make the hip hop music influence the minds to get people back into the jail to fill it up.
And they actually pay
you're
rappers more.
Because that go back. I was watching
Yeah,
it
they
last night.
pay, they pay rappers more to rap about violence. So you're
He was
right.
talking about the club songs. Like he was like, you wonder why a lot of people go to a lot of black clubs, a lot of shootings happen afterwards. He was like, he said, just listen to the music you listening to as you drink and you getting drunk. He said, the music talking about killing each other. He's like, this is shit you listening to in the club, and you wonder why you not having a good time when you go to all black club. You watching over your shoulder because the music they listening to, and then you feeding liquor with it.
Yeah.
And it makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's basically like some fucking what you call that shit, like some meditation, but kind of like what's another word for it?
What?
Kind of like some cold shit. Like
Yeah.
you playing this certain type of music, and you feeding these people this alcohol to bring, and all the music is talking. Man, ain't talking about nothing good. It's all talking about killing and women disrespecting, it's twerking and all this. That's all it's talking about.
Shit,
and you see why so many emotions in a black club. All black club is so many emotions when you
can
leave
look
out.
at one music video, right, and see the whole black community.
No, the perception.
The
Perception of the black
basically,
community. We don't really look like that.
What I mean by that is, like, think about the look, how it altered the culture's look. When it came down to it, like you said, it's a young man's game. When motherfuckers came out with the white tee shit, what the fuck was everybody wearing? White tees. You look at how the girls dress in music videos. It's how they dress on the street. You look at how dudes dress in music videos. They damn near talk the same.
That's a fact.
So you can go in there and look at the shit and look dead at it, and then look at your Facebook page like, shit look just like the fucking rap music video. And you trying to figure out why all this shit fucked up, because they gonna imitate what they see.
Life
all
imitates art
it does.
when it should be art imitating
life.
life. I mean, but you know, it's hard to be a person like I say. I'm one of the people. Anybody that know me can tell you the truth. I'm a person that's unapologetically myself. I don't know how to fake be myself if I wanted to. Like, I don't. You're gonna be around me. Some people are gonna hate the shit out of me, and some people are gonna like me, and I don't give a fuck. I don't, and then I would tell them I don't give a fuck because that's just me. But it's like you say witchcraft, which is true. Yeah, lower vibration music, all that stuff helps. But it's like you have to learn how to be yourself.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because once you're following people, number one, once you follow people, once you say if you was in school and you was trying to be cool, and in school you might be the popular person, but if you get home and you was really not being yourself, you're depressed.
Yep.
You was hot shit in school. You was
you
popular,
get home,
but
you like, damn, that ain't even me.
yeah. And not in bit like I'm speaking from a person where, like I just said, I'm unapologetically me. But I'm not gonna sit here and cap and say I have never been in a place in my life in my younger years where I follow someone. I have. I'm gonna just be honest.
Everybody has.
That's how
and
you
I
learn.
didn't like
Everybody
it.
At the end of the day, as a kid, like you said, we someone earlier. When you younger, you follow the older people. You follow the older people around you, and then if you ain't got no older people around you, like kids in school, you gonna follow.
Yeah,
the dominant person. That's just how it is. So it's fucking up the kids mostly, and then the adults aren't, and then it's transferring over to the adults. Well, fuck that.
Nah,
it was the adults and it's transferring
to the kids. Over to the kids, yep.
And that's why it's no rebound, because it used to be a thing where kids did that shit. They went through their fucked up time. They was bad. They might have followed somebody. Once they start getting older, they start realizing. They say, I need to become to myself. But now you got 45-year-olds that just never learning. So now you got kids that's like, even when they do get older, 25, they don't even got nobody older than them. They're like, damn, this old head here really know how to live. There's not many of those left.
Yeah, like they said, Nikita said they stripped us of our individual. That's true. There's no individuality right now. Period.
No.
It's so, I'm not gonna say period, but on the bigger scale,
it is.
You want to be like somebody so bad,
and it's always a group.
I remember back in the day. I hope my old lady don't get mad for me telling this story. Know what I mean, but this is part of my life. She used to want to do certain things, and I will always ask her why. Now that I'm grown up, I don't even know why I asked her why. Know what I mean? But I will always ask her why she wanted to do it, and I noticed a pattern back then that she used to say because such and such said it was fun. It used to bother me, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And that used to bother her. I'm like, why can't I will feel better if you, being an individual, came up with a thought that you thought was being cool to do with me. I just know that you didn't just think of a cool thing to do with me. You only wanted to do it because such and such did it. I want individuality. Now, that was back then, but what I just brought this up to show that being yourself and doing things on your own will feel better. Now you have a story to tell someone else.
To make
Instead
them
of
want to
you
do
being
things.
in the group and all of y'all talking about the same
shit.
thing.
Same thing.
I agree.
Ain't gonna lie. That's why I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like hanging out with people for that very reason. I hate going and having the same fucking conversations of some shit that I already know about.
Yeah.
For what? Why do I need to go and, like I said, I don't need to go
What
drink,
you talking
smoke,
about that a while
fuck
back?
around.
You talking about everybody be on social media so much. Like all the conversations now is about shit that's going on
social media.
That's it.
No real life shit at all.
That's it.
Real shit.
You'll go to a party and one person to say, "Hey, did y'all hear about?" And everybody heard about it.
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
Why? What were you doing
Yep.
all day that all of a sudden all y'all was doing the same thing today? For all of y'all to know about this thing, that mean that there was a time in this day all of y'all was staring at your phone doing this. Why weren't you doing your own shit? Why not? You're not gonna die. But people have this fear of missing out.
And they've had the fear of being included. That's why they got these groups. I've tried to tell people, you are more than just a black man. You're more than just gay. You're more than just a female. You're more than those things. You are you. And once you find out who you are, because if the only thing you ever are is a black man, the fuck you gonna live? You can only live the black life. And what the fuck is that?
What is that? What is that?
Real
That's
shit.
a complex question.
Yeah, real shit.
What is that?
What is it?
You can never know. Those are things that's just, those are literally your descriptions.
That's
you
it.
are a black man. That
That's
person
it.
over there is gay. That person over there is
That
white. But no, that's who the fuck. Those are their descriptive.
that's not
words.
their descriptive.
It is descriptive.
It's not.
It is.
When you see a person, we're not gonna do this.
Wait, pause.
When you see a person, now some of them
I was
you do.
just about to say, don't you
Some of
bullshit
you,
me.
Some of them you do. That, I can give you that. I can give you that. But most of the time, when you see a person, they're black, they're white, they're male, they're female. Who they fucked in their bed has nothing to do with appearance.
Exactly. No.
We're giving this thing a gender. It's not. Who they fucking they bed? But anyways, continue
No,
to say.
but it's a
because I don't want
descriptive
people to
thing.
continue
But
with this delusion.
no, but it's a
no one cares who you're doing in your bed. If you want to do that, who gives a
No,
shit?
but I'm saying it's the same thing. Who the fuck cares? Like, to be honest, like if it wasn't on no like talking about racism shit, me being black is like
So everyone is the same, and no one wants to be leaders anymore.
facts.
Except for
Facts.
like me, I don't know how to follow a motherfucker. I don't know how to do it. I have did it before. At this age, oh
The
Lord.
great thing is another
Follow
fucked up
who?
part is everybody thinks they're a leader.
But leaders stand out because another story that I hope no one don't be mad. No, this person that gets mad about this story, I wouldn't give a flying fuck because I probably would smack the shit out. But it's neither here nor there. I know this person that wants to be a leader. He has every single quality he has every single trait to lead people to the right place. He just not a good leader. But he wants to be there so much. But when a person like me steps in the room, he's uncomfortable. Because a leader stands out amongst all. Now, when I was gone, everyone flocked to you. Because they had everyone going to flock to someone. When I step in the room, they're going to leave you, and he don't know how to handle it.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? And it just is what it is because a leader is going to show its face because everyone can feel it. And the leader is not going to say that, I'm the leader, we're going to do this, because the leader is going to never make other people feel like they're small. No, we're doing this together.
Yep. It's a group thing.
So what we
Everybody in it together. Yep.
Yep.
Your win is my win.
Yeah.
Yep. Real shit.
That's like shit. That goes like that can even go down to damn near management of a job. That's why a lot of jobs be failing because we ain't got no leaders in there. You just got the motherfuckers that's who they promote. They promote the people that are yes men, which ain't good leaders. They'll never be good leaders because you can't run shit if you a yes man. Because this shit,
You always gonna make a decision to make the other person.
you
happy.
be scared as shit if one day you had a president up there that was a yes man. That no matter what he said, yeah. That'd be a scary ass sight to behold. Because you're just like, how the fuck are you gonna lead me? And you saying yes to motherfuckers that can't lead shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Once again, man, I appreciate all the love, man. Today was a great ass show, man. Remember, that's every Wednesday, 4 to 6, Beltway Radio and Beyond. We on live on Facebook, YouTube. Pretty sure it's still Twitch. Beltway Radio and Beyond.com and YouTube for right now. Now, we kind of ran a little long. We was going to do words to the community. So what I'm going to just say is instead of, because I had a whole segment for it, I'm going to just say if you had to, I'm going to start with you, Bang. If you had a last word for our community before we get up out of here, what would that be?
Stop the violence.
Stop the violence.
That's the best thing. I put the guns down and start protecting ourselves and our community and start building up our communities, man. That's how I see it, man. Let's come together, man. Put the guns down. Give a fuck if you blood, Crip, GD, whatever the fuck you claim. We should be coming together and trying to big up our community, because you see what's going on right now, man. They trying to rip us apart. And the more we keep separating and dividing each other, we going to lose. We going to always lose. So stop the violence. Come together. That's how I see it.
For mine, I would say create meaningful bonds with people.
Share the love.
Create meaningful bonds and authentic love, not based off material. Because when you create bonds and love off materials, they're never going to go where you want them to, because they will be ended the moment that material is gone. And that's just a fact.
Yeah. I was not expecting this nigga to have a short and sweet word. I think that was the very first short. That was the very first short and sweet word.
We got to put the fur coat on him in the show when we get up. That motherfucker did his thing today, man.
He did. He always be, you know what I mean? But I think I'm going to just say, my word for us this week is it's repetitive. I said this before. Go meet your neighbors. Like, really meet your neighbors. You know your Facebook friends way more. Well, you don't really know them. You think you know your Facebook friends more than you know your neighbors. Go chill with your neighbors. Not chill. You ain't got to hang out and have a whole goddamn barbecue. But if it leads to that, then so be it. Because at the end of the day, this is where you actually live. These are the people who are going to watch over your children when you're at work. These are the people who's going to see your car. These are the people who are going to care about this neighborhood. Know what I mean? Now, once you start meeting now, y'all can build the community. Like I said, my whole goal and my whole wish is for us to start pockets of growth, whether you just got a small community of just 15 people and y'all got together and y'all fixed a little pothole in y'all community, cool. Applaud yourself, do that. Now y'all go fix the next pothole, or there's a curb there, or the school need books, or the homeless men over there in this wintertime coming up and they need jackets. Y'all fix that. The whole point is we help each other. Yep. But we cannot do that being Facebook friends with people that live 300 miles away and not talking to the person that's 2 doors down.
Facts.
You do need to talk to the person that's 300 miles away because you want them to join in, to do it for their community. But we can't just avoid this motherfucker and all we do is say hi when we see them pulling in from work. And that's it. It's like, nah.
Like motherfuckers to some barbecues and shit like
something.
that.
Right?
Tell them to bring some plates. That's it.
Something.
That's what I was talking about a couple of days ago. Like, everybody got to start the community. Like, everybody in that neighborhood should know each other. Y'all should have some type of bond or something. You know what I'm saying? If my lawnmower ain't working, I should be able to use your lawnmower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I cut my grass and you ain't at work, I should be able to go over there and cut your grass too. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
You know what you don't see happen no more? You don't see motherfuckers walking there, hey, can I borrow like 2 eggs or some shit? You don't see shit like that.
Yeah, you right.
You know, can I borrow some sugar?
Because people are so scared that what you're going to say. Like, everybody's on edge. You can't do anything in these day and age. But anyways, man, once again, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up to the King's Table. As always, your man, King City.
King Smoot.
Bang doing the building, man. And
Farrakhan for president.
And remember this, every Wednesday, 4 to 6 on Beltway Radio, man. Appreciate Vessel for coming through with a community meeting, and he's on the line every fucking week at 5:15. We'll take y'all calls, man. Spread the love, send them shares, hit the smash the like buttons, and we out this thing, man. Until next week.
Send your girl my number.
But pain is love in the South. I got family ties. All for one for all, the whole family ride. In the South, I got love and got family ties. All in the family ride. Down a dark road, just trying to get by. Everybody reach the heights, just trying to be fly. Living for the moment, but the moment go by. We just counting up them hundreds till the paper cuts dry. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry. A lot of niggas like to talking like they got it, knowing damn well it ain't shit up in their wallet. When you fucking with City Queen, when you see the thing, you just get the thing. Get it, got it, good. All up in the mirror looking sad. Bitch, I'm a king at this table, here's the plan.
Vow to never kill another melanated man. Every queen that you see is divine, understand?
Been down the dark road, just trying to get by. Everybody reach the heights, just trying to be fly. Living for the moment, but the moment go by. We just counting up them hundreds till the paper cuts dry. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry.
I was raised in the East, but still throwing up the West side. Trying to catch a buzz on some West now. I used to be the underdog, feeling like a vet now. If I take off, please tell them put the text down. If they call me out, I guess they like the way the text sound. I had to man up just to get it out the mud. I'm 5'7", have you ever heard of Spud? I rise to the occasion just to kill it on some Jason. It don't match my purpose, then we are not adjacent. I come from 106 in Rap City in the basement. What bars really matter for, we worry about the placement. Shots ringing out and they stump you on the pavement.
Been down the dark road, just trying to get by. Everybody reach the heights, just trying to be fly. Living for the moment, but the moment go by. We just counting up them hundreds till the paper cuts dry. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds, counting up them hundreds. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry. Counting up them hundreds till the paper cut dry.